From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Paul Kendrick, Johnny, over at Eastern Allied Casualty, remember?
Oh, sure, Paul. How are you? Seen any good fights lately? Prize fights, that is?
Yeah, the championship bout at the stadium over in Mulville last week. Were you there?
No, I had to miss it. But it didn't miss me.
Huh?
The minute Georgie hit the canvas in that fourth round, it cost me $50.
Johnny, do you remember Al Coronado?
Are you kidding? I've watched that boy come up from the Golden Gloves.
Well, he fought in one of the preliminary bouts.
I know. I lost on him, too. $20.
Come on over, will you? And I'll tell you why the company may lose $50,000 on him.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Eastern Allied Casualty Insurance Company, 422 Spidal Building, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Squared Circle matter. Expense account item 1, $1.10, cab from my apartment to the offices of Eastern Allied. When I got upstairs into his personal cubicle, I found Paul Kendrick pacing the floor.
Sit down, Johnny. Have a drink if you want one.
No, thanks. Hey, looks like you're the one who could use a drink. What are you worried about? Don't tell me you've been hitting the company till for big money to bet on the fights.
Johnny, I'm worried about murder. Listen.
I'm all ears.
How long since you've seen Al Coronado fight?
Oh, 6 months, a year, maybe.
But before that, when he was working all the local arenas, you and I were present every time he put on the gloves.
So?
We knew him when he had reflexes quick enough to... Well, do you remember how he'd show off by picking a fly or mosquito out of the air, grabbing it between his fingers without even hurting it?
Yeah, sure. He was no metal giant, not by a long shot, but he had the fastest eyes and hands I ever saw in a man.
Right. But something has happened to him, something very wrong, and I think I know what it is. Listen.
I'm listening.
A few years ago, his manager, Ricky Malone, took out a $50,000 policy on him. Annuity.
So what? A lot of managers take out policies on their boys.
And then get him killed? Look, Al is fighting again tomorrow night in a small town outside of Joplin.
Joplin? Missouri?
A little place just across the state line. Johnny, I want you to be there.
You mean as a sort of bodyguard?
I want you to see the fight, that's all. See Al Coronado fight.
Yeah, but this murder crack...
I'm having a copy of the policy made, and you can pick it up at the Joplin post office. General delivery.
Now, Paul...
I know. I may be all wrong. This may only be a hunch, without a single legitimate reason for suspicion. That's why I took a whole week to think it over before calling you. That's why I want somebody who knows Al as well as you and I do to... Look, will you go down there and see him?
Well,
We'll pay the freight. Pad your expense account, anything you like.
Oh, now that's an attractive
But do
offer.
it, Johnny. Will you?
Item 2, another $1.10 back to my apartment to pack. Item 3, $124 even. Plane fare and incidentals to Joplin. By your leave, Paul, the incidentals included a new sports shirt loud enough to startle the whole state of Arizona, an extra pack of razor blades, and a new toothbrush. Also, item 4, $3, flowers for the stewardess, who managed to find me an extra bottle of champagne. I arrived at Joplin shortly before noon, and after checking into a hotel, found that by some miracle, a copy of Al's policy was waiting for me at the post office. A quick glance at it brings up item 5, $4.25 phone call.
Well, what do you mean, holding out on you?
I thought you said Ricky Malone took out the policy.
He did, and pays all the premiums.
But the beneficiary named is Frankie Fortina. Now, who's he?
I don't know yet.
Well, his address is in New York City. You better look him up, will you?
I've been trying to. But the last time Fortina was at the address on the policy, it was a racetrack bookie joint.
Oh, so that's why you're worried.
Well, that's one reason.
Well, if you learn anything about him, let me know, will you? I'm staying at the Beverly Arms.
Okay, Johnny. Johnny.
Yeah?
Call me again, will you? After the fight tonight.
Sure. I was tired, so I had a big lunch. That's item 6. Went up to my room and slept. I overslept. It was nearly 9 o'clock when I woke up, so I grabbed a cab, that's item 7, and went out to the arena in the nearby town of Mount Alba. For $5, item 8, I managed to get a seat at ringside in time to catch the end of the last preliminary.
The winner in 1 minute, 10
The program
seconds
told me
of the third
Al was
round,
scheduled for the main event against some local boy named Rafe Cummings. I never heard of him, and I doubt if anybody outside of Tucson ever had. I understood why when he stepped into the ring. This kid looked like the rankest kind of amateur. Strong, sure, and in good condition, but clumsy. He almost tripped over his own size 15 feet. And it was no act of fooling an opponent either. Al, when he came in, looked as good as ever. He gave me a quick glance of recognition, though I'm sure he knew nothing about me except possibly my name. At the opening bell, he came out fast. All the old speed and timing were there. Faint weave and flick out that light, but punishing left. Same old pattern, same old... Oh, wait a minute. Those quick left jabs were only landing about 1 and 4. As though he touched Cummings only when the clumsy ox happened to walk into him. But because of his speed, Al took nothing but a few light ones on the body. He kept his face well out of reach. Oh, yeah, his timing was perfect, but his aim was terrible. Every time he shot out his fist, he was 3-4 inches wide. Then a funny thing happened. At the end of the round, when Al went back to his corner, and remember, Rafe had only tapped him a few times on the body. When he went back to his corner and started to sit down, he almost missed the stool. Would have if one of the seconds hadn't aimed it under him. Funny. The second round got underway the same as the first. Al was all speed, dodging, weaving, keeping his face out of the way. But again, he wasn't hitting his mark. And then it happened. He missed Cummings wide, then practically ran into his glove, catching it hard in the cheek, and down he went. Why, there wasn't enough steam behind Cummings' glove to hurt her. But Al took the count. He'd been hurt by that tap on the face. Then another thing. The second he was counted out, his handlers practically hauled him out of the ring and back to his dressing room. And believe me, Al looked terrible. His eyes had a strange, almost far-away look, as though that little smack had knocked his brains loose. My seat was on the far side of the ring, but I elbowed my way through the crowd and back to the row of dressing rooms and a hallway built onto one end of the building. Al Coronado.
I told you on the way up the aisle, Doc.
Huh?
We don't need you. The boy's all right. Go on, Doc. Beat it. You hear me, Doc?
Listen, this is Johnny Dollar.
Huh?
Old fan of Al's from Hartford. I want to see him.
Some other time.
No, now, right away. Come on, open up.
I said some other time. Don't you understand? We're pulling out of this, Berg, and we ain't got time to stand around and talk.
Now, look, buddy.
Malone's the name. I'm Al's manager, see? And when I say get out, I mean vamoose.
Al, are you okay, boy? This is Johnny Dollar.
Oh, no, you don't.
Brother, that's where you're wrong. Hey, Al. Al. Good Lord, Al, what's the matter with you?
Oh, hello, Johnny.
Hey, Al, look at me. No, I mean straight at me. Here. Al.
I'm all right, Johnny.
You're in bad shape. You should never have fought tonight.
Oh, that's all right.
Where are your seconds, your trainer?
Ricky, he don't let nobody in after fight.
Look, Al, can you get up off that table, stand up and walk?
Oh, sure, Johnny.
Then come on, I'm taking you out of here to
No,
a doctor.
Johnny.
Easy, Al.
No, look behind
Al,
you, Rick.
please,
He's
come on.
up, he's got it. You bet I am, Dollar.
Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment. Each Monday through Friday evening, most of these same stations bring you the Amos and Andy Music Hall. Variety entertainment at its best. For top songs, informal visits with top stars, and for a never-ending supply of fun. Turn your home into the Amos and Andy Music Hall 5 nights a week. Now, Act 2 of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Squared Circle Matter.
When I came to, the dressing room was dark and quiet. After carefully falling off the table where they'd left me, I groped my way to the light switch, stumbling incidentally over the remains of the chair Ricky Malone had used on me. It was well after midnight, so I left by the dressing room window. The second I reached my hotel room, I put through a long-distance call, hoping Paul Kendrick would be in bed. He was.
Yeah. Hello?
Johnny Dollar. And, Paul, you're right. It'll be murder unless I can stop it.
Huh?
Hey, you awake?
Oh, you mean Al Coronado. What's happened, Johnny?
Plenty. And listen, that boy is more than punch-drunk. He's had a brain injury of some kind. I'll bet on it.
That's what I was afraid of.
The tap on the face that knocked him out tonight wasn't enough to hurt a kitten. But a good solid blow would probably kill him. That's why he kept protecting his face.
But Ricky Malone is making him keep on?
Who else? I just met the gentleman, by the way.
Well, what'd he say? Did you question him?
Before I could, he cracked me over the head with a chair.
Where is he now?
Oh, I don't know.
What are you going to do?
See if the police can track them down. Malone said something about leaving town right away.
Keep after him. Did you read that policy carefully?
You kidding? I haven't had time.
It's an annuity.
That much I saw.
Beginning in 3 or 4 years, it'll pay Al a nice little income for the rest of his life, if he survives.
But the beneficiary named.
Yes, Frankie Fortina, who gets the full face value of the policy if Al dies. Johnny.
Yeah?
I got a rundown on Fortina.
You said he was a bookie at one time.
That was the least of his crimes. He has a record as long as your arm. As I see it, he owns Al Coronado.
Then you're probably thinking what I am.
But Al hasn't been doing so well lately. He's taken a big drop in class. Isn't making the purses he used to.
You know that?
Yes. The ANBA keeps a complete record.
So with this injury to his brain, the only way Fortina can clean up on him is by seeing him dead.
That's right.
Well, what about medical examinations before these fights?
Ricky Malone could bribe his own mother, especially in some of the towns where Al has been fighting lately.
Yeah, it's possible, of course.
Also, what you and I believe is wrong with Al is one of the hardest things in the world to detect.
Yeah, I must admit he looked great when he entered the ring. Okay, Paul, one thing's in our favor. Neither Al nor Ricky Malone knows who I am, outside of being a fight fan.
Just so Fortina doesn't learn different.
Where is Fortina, by the way?
I don't know. So, Johnny, whatever you do, be careful.
Expense account item 9, $370 for a couple of phone calls, some breakfast, and a taxi to police headquarters. I'll say this for the Joplin police. When they go into action, they really get things done. Within less than 2 hours, Sergeant Danny Ruskin dug up all the information I wanted.
Well, that ties in with what Conroy found out at the airport. No, that does it, Herm. Thanks very much.
Something?
And I think it gives us the whole story, Johnny. Al and his manager, Ricky Malone, checked out of their hotel, the Rayberry, at 1 o'clock this morning.
Just the two of them?
Right. There was no third party by the name of Fortina or anything else, just the two of them. They caught the 140 plane for Oklahoma City.
Oh?
And there they bought tickets routing them to Monterey, Mexico.
Mexico? How soon can I get a plane?
You going down there, huh?
I told you, I gotta save that guy's life.
All right, look, in Monterey, look up Sergeant Romelia Garcia, Main Homicide Division. You mention my name, he'll give you anything you want.
Good. Now, what about that plane? The deal on plane connections turned out to be bad. The best time I could make was by way of El Paso. That's item 10, $127, including incidentals. I finally pulled into Monterey shortly after 8 p.m. I parked my bag at the airport, taxied into town. Item 11, I went straight to main headquarters of the Policia. Sergeant Romelio Garcia was off duty. Had gone to the fights. Item 12, $4 American for a fast taxi ride to the Plaza del Fisticuffs, or whatever they call it. There, for item 13, $5, I had the sergeant paged over the PA system. After 2 or 3 minutes, a short, stocky, important-looking figure in police uniform strode up to the door.
Senor Johnny Dollar?
Yeah, that's right, Sergeant. How are you?
You Americanos. Now, what is so important I must leave the excellent fights to talk with you, huh?
The possible murder of an American fighter right here in your own ring.
So what is that to be excited about? Something that happens all the time. It's because the Mexican fight is more better than the Americano fight. So if that is all that is bothering
Incidentally,
you...
Sergeant Danny Ruskin of the Joplin Police.
Sergeant Danny. Why do you not say so at the beginning?
Well, you didn't give me much of a chance.
How is it, my good friend, Sergeant Danny? Pues it's too long I have seen him.
Yeah, well, look.
Excellent man, Sergeant Danny. When I have trouble with one of our Mexican nationals who escape across the border and go all the way to Missouri, Joplin, it's Sergeant Danny who... But you have a problem, huh?
Yeah, a fighter named Al Coronado.
Coronado. Oh, but of course, tomorrow night he is fighting here, and he will lose.
Why do you say that?
Come, look. Here on the, what you call, a billboard, a picture of the man he is to fight. So, El Toro Negro.
That sounds more like the name of a bull than a... Holy...
See, big man, is he not?
Is this picture real?
240 pounds, senor.
But Al Coronado only weighs in at 181.
See, El Toro, big man. And Senor Dollar, he is a killer, our best. 3 men he is knocked out of the ring. But nobody hurts him, so no wonder you worried.
Sergeant, unless you and I can stop it, that won't be a fight tomorrow night. It'll be a premeditated, cold-blooded killing.
Oh? How so?
I showed Garcia my credentials, then told him what I knew and what I suspected.
But Until we have proof of this, senor. To start what you call an international situation. You are not now in your own country, you know.
Still, he agreed to cooperate. First thing, of course, was to locate Al and his manager. In this city of nearly 200,000, that could be pretty rough. But he said he'd try. He drove me by the airport to pick up my bag, then to a hotel. And there, as the bellhop unlocked the door of my room, I got a real break. The next door down the hall opened.
Hey, kid, how'd you like to bring me up a glass of warm milk, huh?
Al Coronado.
Huh? Oh, hi.
Here, boy. Just put in my bags inside and leave the door open.
Gracias, senor.
Hey, Al, are you alone?
Oh, sure. Hey, you're Johnny, ain't you?
Yeah, that's right, Johnny, and I want to talk to you.
I used to see your rig side all the time up in Hartford, huh?
You saw me in Joplin, too. Only you don't remember. Where's Ricky Malone, your manager?
Oh, he said he had to go meet somebody. He's always going out.
Look, Al, I'm an insurance investigator.
Oh? Oh, I got some insurance.
Yeah. One more fight and somebody's going to collect it.
Ah, no, Johnny, that's my retiring money.
The only one who'll retire on it is Frankie Fortina.
Hey, Frankie, he's my owner. You know him?
Hey, who takes all the aspirin around here?
Me. I get a lot of headaches all the time. Maybe that's why I ain't been hitting so good lately.
Yeah. Here, catch this bottle.
Hey, now... now look what you did.
No, Al, you look what you did. You missed that bottle by 3 inches. For the same reason you haven't been hitting well, why you have these headaches. All right, I'll give it to you straight. You've had a brain injury, Al. One good wallop on that head will kill you. And that's just what Ricky and Fortina want.
No. Ricky always says to keep my head protected, so you must be wrong.
Am I?
Well, Ricky's good to me.
Why, you numbskull, he's trying to get you killed.
Johnny, you're all wrong.
You know the man you're up against tomorrow night?
Well, I know his name.
Well, he's the one scheduled to finish you off.
Johnny, I don't believe that.
Al, listen, you gotta believe it. Now, where's the Here.
Who you gonna call?
Hello, this is an emergency. Get me Sergeant Romilio Garcia at Central Police Headquarters.
Cops?
That's right, Al, and a doctor.
No, look, Ricky says to stay away from doctors. All they can
do is stop you from ever fighting again. And that would make you worth just $50,000 less to Frankie Sergeant Johnny Dollar. I found Al. Hotel room right next to mine, room 915. Bring a doctor, a brain specialist if you can, even if you have to drag him out of bed. Oh, look, we'll fight the international situation when we come to it. You get a doctor up here, you hear me?
You hang up or I'll blow your head off.
Well, Mr. Fortina, I believe.
Frisk him, Ricky.
Sure, boss. He's clean.
Huh? I hate to shoot an unarmed man, Dollar, but if you make one phony move...
So you know who I am, huh?
Well, Ricky here may be stupid in some ways, but he had sense enough to call me from Joplin after you broke in on him there. Finding out what you're up to wasn't difficult.
Finding out what you're up to wasn't very tough either, Fortina. But it's all over.
Not for me, Dollar. That's where you're wrong.
That phone call I made was to the police.
I know, to Central Headquarters. That's over 3 miles from here. By the time your sergeant finds a doctor and gets here, you'll be dead. And I will be gone.
Have you forgotten that you have a border to cross,
You
Fortina?
think I'm stupid? Frankie Fortina has never been here. Has never been even in Mexico. Because my tourist card reads Charles Edward Smith. And since the next plane leaves for the States in about 20 minutes, Ricky...
Yeah, boss?
I think Mr. Dollar had better have an accident. Fall out of the window, perhaps.
Oh, now, wait a minute,
What?
boss. I mean, well...
Listen to me, Malone. I had 2 reasons for coming down here. To see if you were right about Dollar and to make sure of that fight tomorrow. You've been stalling with Al. You've taken too long. The heat is on up north. I need the dough.
I told you, boss, that El Toro will do it tomorrow.
Fellas,
Shut up.
And look, if you take care of Dollar, what about me?
What?
Maybe you can get back to the States, but me, with Dollar laying dead here, and if Al talks...
Al won't talk. You won't either.
Frankie.
Dollar has given us a perfect setup. He came here to Al's room. You found him here. You had a fight. Dollar ends up in the street below.
But what happens to me
Haven't
then?
I always taken care of you in the past when you were working for me? You know what will happen if you ever try to cross me.
No,
All right,
listen,
all right,
Frankie.
all right. I have contacts down here. I have plenty of them. I have lawyers, good ones. It's going to be self-defense, pure and simple.
But what if Al talks?
I told you before, Ricky. You've taken too long with him.
Frankie, listen.
While I hold this gun, you're going to take care of Al, too. The way you should have a long, long time ago in his fights.
I don't
No,
understand.
no, listen to me, Frankie.
You listen.
I
You've
can't
been
do
in
it.
this whole thing just as deep as I have, and deeper. Because you're the one who's kept Al fighting. You've paid off all those phony medicos. You set him up for this El Toro tomorrow night. You'll do it, Ricky.
No.
Then I'll use the gun on all three of you.
Frankie.
You're out of your mind, Fortina.
Am I? It'll still look like a fight between you and Ricky.
Boss.
Al just happened to get hit accidentally by the gun that will be found beside your body.
Boss.
Hmm?
Boss, I'll do it.
You bet you will.
I'll do anything you say if you just help me get out of it.
Okay. Go ahead. Dollar is first.
And, brother, if you think it's going to be
It's
easy...
either the window or this gun, Dollar. So far as you're concerned, I don't care which. Go on, Ricky.
Okay,
Just remember,
boss.
your own life depends on it.
You bet
Play dirty, will you?
The window, Ricky. The window, I said. Remember, it's your own life, Ricky.
All right, Fortina. So you have got a gun? Al.
Yeah, Johnny, I hit him.
Well, don't be.
Si, Senor Dollar, with one very fine, clean left hook. While Fortino was watching you and the unfortunate Ricky.
Yeah.
You got here a little late, Garcia.
You see, but tell me, Senor, what makes you think this Al Coronado has lost his punch?
Expense account item 13, $100. Legal expense, mainly a deposition for a lawyer to take to court. Just how Garcia got me out of having to stay in Monterey for a hearing, I will never know, but he did. As for Al Coronado, I suggest the company make some adjustment in his policy that'll permit paying his annuities immediately. And why not? The company should have investigated more thoroughly before issuing this policy anyway. And if it doesn't show a little heart, but I'm sure it will. Item 14, $224.50. Hotel and incidentals and transportation back to Hartford. Expense account total, $491.20. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, a fast trip to the West Coast to an impossible case involving an impossible man. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood. It is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote tonight's story. Heard in our cast were Harry Bartell, Herb Ellis, Victor Perrin, Jack Crucian, Les Tremaine, and Lawrence Dobkin. Musical supervision is by Amerigo Marino. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Stay tuned for 5 minutes of CBS News, to be followed over most of these same stations by the FBI in Peace and War. Dan Cubberly speaking. From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Pat McCracken, Johnny. Universal Adjustment.
Oh, hi, Pat. What's on your mind?
The sleek, lovely, beautiful Ellen Deere.
On the strength of that description, I'll take her.
And she's loaded. $325,000 worth of jewelry.
Hey, that girl needs a bodyguard. Sleep.
Yeah, Johnny. Needs a guard of some kind, only she isn't a girl. She's a boat.
I've just lost my enthusiasm. What's the matter with the old tub?
That's what I want you to find out, Johnny.
That last crack suddenly got me interested again. Okay, Pat, I'll be right over.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Western Maritime and Property Insurance Company, Los Angeles, California. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Ellen Deere matter. Expense account item 1, 90 cents taxi from my apartment to the offices of Universal Adjustment Bureau in Hartford. Pat McCracken's usual smile was noticeably missing when I walked in on him.
Come in, Johnny, and sit down.
Thanks.
Oh, and you're to bill Western Maritime and Property on this one instead of us.
Okay, but how are you involved?
We handle all their claims that are of any size. Story. You ever hear of Randolph Berman?
I know of a jeweler down in New York.
That's the one. And if you know him, Johnny, you've been putting too much gravy in your expense account.
I said no of him. Didn't he bring in the Star of Cape Town and the Kamandu Emerald?
That's right. Everybody seems to think he's a crook, and yet somehow he manages to handle some of the finest jewels in the world.
How could an honest man afford it?
Yeah. This time it's the Bettenhaus collection. It's out of Hungary.
Oh, yeah, I read about that. Only I thought somebody down in Mexico owned it.
Yeah, a fellow named Rigo Mariani, down in Guadalajara. He's the one who sold it to Randolph Berman.
Okay, now. Is this Ellen Deere you mentioned Berman's wife?
No. Former wife. He's on about his fifth. All beautiful, dumb dolls. But more important, it's the name of his 72-foot motor cruiser. And the Bermans have been traveling around in it, down the coast, through the canal, along the coast of Central America, and so on. Anyhow, when he got word that the Bettenhaus collection could be had, he wasted no time in getting to Guadalajara.
And that's where Western Maritime and Property comes in.
Right. They had already written a policy on the boat for $52,000. Their main office in Los Angeles was close at hand, so he had them write the policy on the jewel.
Is that where Berman is now, in Los Angeles?
Oh, no. He's still in Mexico. Didn't want to move with those priceless rocks until he was certain of the insurance. And before Western would write it, of course, they wanted the collection appraised.
Naturally. But who in Mexico?
Jacques Jean-Pierre, the famous gemologist, was right there in Guadalajara, to look over the collection himself. So he made the appraisal. The policy has been issued. $325,000.
I still don't see anything wrong with the whole deal, Pat.
There isn't anything wrong with it yet. But in spite of Berman's standing in the profession, his reputation, it isn't everything it might be.
Yeah, come to think of it, wasn't there a killing or two involved in this acquisition of the Star of Cape Town?
There have been several things like that. He's been involved in attempts to smuggle in some valuable pieces. He always managed somehow to come out smelling like a rose. Legally, perfectly clean, you understand?
But you still don't trust him?
Oh, no. And with his planning to carry that load of stuff around in his yacht.
Yeah, I see what you mean. If anything happened to those rocks or the boat, over $300,000 right out the window.
Exactly. Now, belatedly, Western is worried about it. And they'll pay good money to have you assuage their worries. You have a Mexican tourist guard?
Sure, from my last fishing trip down there.
And I think you better go down and guard that collection until Berman gets it safely up into the States. He's considered quite the host. He'll probably be perfectly willing to have you aboard.
Now, this is the kind of assignment I like. Yachting in the Blue Pacific. But surely he hasn't got his boat parked in Guadalajara. That's over 100 miles inland.
No, it's at Mazatlan. And from what I've been able to learn, it's surrounded by armed guards day and night while he has some engine work done.
But as soon as that's finished, he'll head north to the States.
So he says. Got a branch office in Los Angeles. He'll probably deliver the collection there. I just want to be sure he gets there, Johnny.
Okay, Pat. You can wire the boys at Weston that I'm on my way. Item 2, $191.40, plane fare and incidentals, Hartford to Mazatlan via Los Angeles. The first leg of the flight to L.A. was uneventful. Except for a good-looking young blonde from Santa Barbara, whom I promised to look up as soon as his case is... Well, that's not for the expense account. When we arrived at the Los Angeles International Airport, I learned that I'd have a three-quarter-hour wait for my plane to Mazatlan. So I grabbed a magazine, that's item 3, 35 cents, when I heard my name being called on the PA system.
Johnny Dollar, report to Pan American Airways desk.
With the thought in mind that perhaps my little friend from the plane might have decided to stay over in L.A. Her name was Rita, by the way. I lost no time in getting over to the Pan Am desk.
Mr. Dollar?
Yeah?
Johnny Dollar?
That's right.
I'm Arthur, Western Maritime and Property Insurance Company.
Oh, yeah, how do, Mr. Arthur? Planning to go on down to Mazatlan with me?
No. But meet Monsieur Jacques Jean-Pierre.
Monsieur Dollar, I am honored.
How are you, Mr. Jean-Pierre?
This is the gentleman who appraised the Bettenhouse collection for us.
Oh, yes, I am an
they could
expert.
issue the policy on it to Mr. Berman.
Oh, yes.
Yes, he's done this sort of thing for us many times.
Oh, I don't know
now,
how
I'm
many...
afraid that he's brought us rather bad news.
Something's already happened to the collection?
Well, not exactly. Not for the whole collection.
No, not the whole...
Please. That is, I'm not quite sure. What I mean is...
Yeah, just what do you mean, Mr. Arthur?
Perhaps I should explain to Monsieur Dollar, eh?
Well, I think somebody better.
Yes, you go ahead, Jacques.
Yeah, very well.
And while you're doing it, I'll cancel the rest of Mr. Dollar's reservation to Mazatlan. Yes, I'll do that. Oh, clerk...
Oh, no, wait a minute. First, let me find out what this is all about.
Oui.
Oh, very well. Jacques here was in Guadalajara when the Bettenhouse collection became available for purchase.
Yes, Monsieur Dollar. I had gone there in the hope that some of the pieces might be purchased separately.
So?
Alas, such was not the case. The Mariani firm decided to dispose of the collection only as a whole.
I see. Well, what's this bad news you have?
I am getting to
yes,
that.
you see, it's this
no,
way.
Please.
Well, then go ahead, Jacques.
Thank you. Monsieur Dollar, interested as I was, I looked over the collection very carefully, each individual piece. And you must believe me, to an expert like myself, every facet of every gem has a character all its own. A precious stone is like a face to me, always to be remembered.
Yeah. Well, go on, please.
I simply wish to make it clear to you, monsieur, that every item in the Bettenhouse collection is completely familiar to me.
Oh, it is?
As are many other important gems throughout the world. You know, each is like a friend.
And each stone in them is like a face to you.
Precisely. Always to be remembered.
Yes.
Allô.
Well,
The collection is purchased by Monsieur Randolph Berman.
Yes, Mr. Berman.
Please. He wishes to insure it in Monsieur Arthur's company.
Yeah, I know all that.
Well, Monsieur Arthur requests by telephone that I appraise it.
$325,000.
Then you know.
I know.
So I stay at Guadalajara a few days to wait Monsieur Arthur's check for my services.
You want to be sure the check
please. I visit some of my old friends among the jewel setters. And then, on the third day, what do you think happens?
You tell me.
Johnny, this is it. In the shop.
No, please,
Yeah.
Monsieur
I'm
Arthur.
sorry.
In the shop of my friend Garcia Hernandez, I watch him work on the mount for a beautiful diamond. And suddenly, I see that the stone is an old friend.
One from the Bettenhouse collection?
Oui. The Calabar diamond that was supposedly in the possession of Monsieur Berman.
You're sure of the identity of that stone, Mr. Jean-Pierre?
Oh, please. As I told you, monsieur, a precious stone to me.
Yeah, it's like a face to you. So what you figure, Arthur, is that you've insured a boatload of $300,000 worth of gems on the way to the USA, and maybe they're not on board.
Exactly. Unless, of course...
Mr. Jean-Pierre, did you tell Mr. Berman about this one stone?
Oh, I went immediately to Mazatlan, where I knew he had his boat, the LMD.
Well, what did he say?
Alas, he had sailed away.
Did you learn his destination?
Oh, yes.
Los Angeles, Johnny, right here. He has a branch office.
Well, has he had time to get here yet?
I don't think so.
Have you tried radioing to his yacht?
No, I've done nothing. You see, I didn't learn about this until Mr. Jean-Pierre arrived just a few hours ago.
Yes, I came up on the aeroplane, the better to arrive and speak with Monsieur Arthur before Monsieur Berman would arrive.
Do you know where Berman plans to dock his boat?
Well,
I'll tell you. Probably the port in San Pedro, if he is coming here. But who can be sure? Usually on vacation trips, he docks down the coast at Balboa, the yacht club. Or who knows, he might even...
Yeah. He might have no intention of coming up to the States at all. He might not even have the jewels with him. Arthur, do you know where his branch office is?
Oh, yes, it's in Los Angeles. Well, actually, it's in Beverly Hills.
Got a car?
Yeah.
Then let's go. Though he couldn't quite put his finger on it, Arthur was convinced that Randolph Berman was up to something and that his insurance company was going to have to take the rap. On the way into Berman's Beverly Hills office, we dropped Jean-Pierre at the Beverly Hilton and told him to sit tight in case we needed him again. Berman's office was in a nice modern building on South Beverly Drive, tastefully furnished with pictures of various famous jewels on the walls, but with nothing of particular value in evidence. However, I did notice that one wall held a built-in vault big enough for a reasonably sized bank. We were approached by a hand-rubbing, obsequious little character dressed in striped pants and cutaway coat and wearing thick glasses.
Good morning, gentlemen. Is there any way I may be of service to you?
Yeah, I think there is. Are you
Oh,
the...
Mr. Arthur, forgive me. I didn't recognize you for a moment.
Mr. Corello, this is Mr. Johnny Dollar.
Hi.
How do you do? Is there something I may show you, Mr. Dollar? Some little bauble, perhaps, for a charming lady?
Well, not at the moment, Mr. Corello.
Oh, Mr. Arthur, there's no reason to mail this to you. Let me see now. Oh, yes, here it is. Here is a request for slight revision of the policy on the Bettenhouse collection.
Oh? What's this?
Well, the wire was sent by Mr. Berman just before he embarked for Mazatlan. I was going to put it into letter form to be more proper.
What's it say?
But
Well, now here, I'll read this. Please request Arthur revise Bettenhouse policy. Exclude Calabar diamonds. Value $4,000, which I have sold private party in Guadalajara. Oh, well, we kind of guessed wrong, didn't we, Johnny?
Mr. Corello.
Yes.
Has Mr. Berman wired you whether he's coming here?
Oh, of course he is, with that collection.
When? When is he going to arrive?
Now, his lovely yacht, the Ellendeer, should reach San Pedro Harbor late tonight. But that's what he wired me, and I intend to meet him there.
Then I'm sure you won't mind if I go with you.
Oh?
Mr. Dollar is a special investigator.
Investigator?
Well, actually, I'm here just to help Mr. Berman protect that collection.
Oh, excellent. Then you can arrange for the police escort. Yes, and alert the harbor police to guard the Ellendeer, as Mr. Berman requested.
Did he request that?
Oh, indeed.
But apparently he hasn't been worried about anything happening to the collection while he's at sea.
At sea? Oh, surely you don't mean pirates or anything like that in this modern day and age.
You know something? At this point, I'm not quite sure what I mean, or even why I'm here.
Well, of course.
Well, of course, what, Arthur?
Oh, excuse me while I answer that.
Well, I mean...
Berman Jewel.
That is...
What?
Well, at least I'll feel better when the stuff is here in the vault.
Wait a minute.
Oh, no.
Corello at the phone paled visibly, then gasped and clutched the back of a chair for support as he listened on the phone. His jaw dropped, his eyes widened, and he shook his head once or twice in horrified disbelief. Finally, slowly, he hung up and came unsteadily toward us.
Mr. Corello.
Yeah, what is it, Mr. Corello?
The Coast Guard.
Yes?
They said the Ellendeer, the yacht.
Yes?
Sunk.
What?
In 600 feet of water. In the outer channel.
Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in just a moment.
Democracy. What has it to do with money, the medium of exchange of mankind? A couple of thousand years ago, it was said that money alone sets the world in motion. That's one way of saying that money and economy are virtually one and the same thing. The economy of a nation depends on its commerce. Commerce depends on manufacturing and services. It has been proven that those nations which practice democracy have the greatest economics. That means money, more money for more people, and a greater freedom of opportunity to earn a higher standard of living. That's why democracy provides mankind with its richest legacy of freedom.
Now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Ellendeer matter.
Expense account item 4, $7 even for a fast taxi ride to Coast Guard headquarters in San Pedro, which is really the port of Los Angeles. By dint of elbowing my way in, I got directly to Captain Barney Thorson.
Afraid you got only half the story, Mr. Dollar.
All I know, Captain, is that the Ellendeer went down in some 600 feet of water in the outer channel. Total loss.
That's correct. However, what you don't know is that the passengers, Mr. and Mrs. Berman, and the crew were picked up and brought in here.
Oh?
Outside of a little soaking and a little scare, they were perfectly all right. You see, the Ellendeer had apparently had some engine trouble before she left Mazatlan.
Yes, so I understand.
Mexican authorities, with whom we fully cooperate, notified us we'd better keep an eye out for her. So when she reached the channel, we weren't surprised to get a radio call from her asking us to stand by that Universal joint was kicking up.
Is that what happened?
By the time one of our cutters got within hailing distance, she was on the way down. That propeller shaft had whipped loose, torn through the hull, and the Ellen Deer was sinking fast. Ask me, that boat was overpowered, Dolly.
How do you mean?
Well, it must have been because sheer torque tore the whole engine loose from its mountings. And it plowed through the bottom along with everything else on board that was heavy. It was a big safe, for instance, anchored amidships.
There was a what?
A safe, you know, a small, heavy steel vault.
Yeah, I know. That went down, too?
Yeah, with the engine. It was all our boys could do to keep the owner from diving over after it. It was crying like a baby. You'd think he'd had the crown jewels in it.
Maybe you're not too wrong at that.
What?
Not the crown jewels, perhaps, but a collection worth something over $300,000. Now, what about salvage?
Salvage operations in 600 feet of water in that channel?
Oh, yeah.
No, Dolly. Salvage, even if it were possible, it'd cost a couple of times the worth of that stuff at least.
The only passengers were the Bermans, huh?
That's right. Prove 3.
And they weren't able to save anything?
Nothing. Not of any consequence, that is. One of the crew didn't even have his shoes and shirt on.
What about Berman and his wife?
It's funny what people will do in an emergency sometimes.
What do you mean?
Well, you've heard about the man whose house catches fire. He gets panicky, throws all the china and the glassware out the window, and carries out the mattress.
What are you getting at, Captain?
The only thing that Berman saved in his excitement was 2 beat-up old hats and a fishing rod.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean.
And all his wife brought along was a handful of nylon stockings. She was hanging on to them for dear life. Oh, yeah, a big hat box with an evening dress half hanging out of it.
And that's all?
That's all. Hey, you know, that Mrs. Berman's quite a dish. Not too bright, but a real looker.
Where are they now, Captain?
They're headed for Beverly Hills. Beverly, Wilshire was the hotel, I think. In any event, Dollar, I'm afraid your company is going to have a big, fat claim to pay.
On the yacht, yes.
What's that mean?
What do you think? Item 5, 320, long-distance call to the police in Mazatlan. I wanted to be sure that the Benton House collection had been on board the Ellen Deer when she left port down there. Inspector Romulo assured me it had, that he'd checked the safe on the boat himself before allowing it to sail. Furthermore, he had insisted his own maritime service keep tabs on it up to the point where it made contact with the U.S. Coast Guard. In other words, the loot couldn't very well have been passed to someone else at sea. Item 6, 580 cab fare to Beverly Hills, where I dropped in at Berman's office.
No, Mr. Dollar. He and Mrs. Berman are at the Beverly Wilshire. I'm sure you understand it's been necessary for them to buy a lot of clothes and things.
Yeah, but he will come here.
Oh, yes, indeed. From his last phone call, I'd say he'll be here within the hour.
All right, then I'll come back. Please ask him to stick around and wait for me if he doesn't mind.
Of course, Mr. Dollar, I shall be glad to. Oh, incidentally, he has had me phone Mr. Arthur and ask that claim forms for both the Benton House collection and the loss of the cruiser be brought here to the office just as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I'd figured as much. Berman wasn't wasting any time. Oh, I know there still wasn't any concrete evidence that Berman was trying to pull a fast one. Ostensibly, the only reason for my trip out here was to watch over that fabulous jewel collection. A lot of good I'd been. He'd lost the collection and his boat, and the company'd have to pay. Then a wild idea hit me. I suddenly remembered something that had happened months ago. Last July, to be exact, when a big passenger liner, the Andrea Doria, had sunk off the Atlantic coast. According to the papers, when the survivors were brought into the port, the usual customs inspection was waived. And it occurred to me at the time that every one of those people could have easily smuggled in anything he could carry or conceal in his clothing. I'm not saying it did happen. I'm sure it didn't. But it could have. And if such an idea occurred to me, why not to a man like Berman, who was already pretty well known for his tricks to evade customs? Item 6, 20 cents, phone call to the Coast Guard and Captain Thorson.
Thorson speaking.
Johnny Dollar, Captain. Answer me just one question, will you?
Sure, what?
When you brought them in, were the Bermans required to pass through customs?
Well, no, of course not. There'd hardly be any reason to...
Thank you very much. Item 7, 10 cents, another call. This time to Arthur at Western Maritime and Property Insurance.
You caught me in the nick of time, Johnny. I was just walking out the door.
On your way to Berman's office?
Why, yes.
With a handful of claims forms?
Yes.
Now listen, get there as fast as you can. Get there ahead of him.
What?
So that you can see if he brings anything into the office, like the Bettenhouse collection.
What?
Though I doubt if he'd be that foolish.
Foolish or not, how could he, Johnny? That collection, unfortunately, is at the bottom of the ocean.
Listen to me. Keep him there. Maybe on the pretext of having to wait for me. Any reason you can think of.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Just hold him until I get there, understand?
Very well, Johnny. But what are you going to do?
Arthur, I may have to break in and rob a hotel room. I went out and stationed myself across the street from the Beverly Wilshire. 5 minutes later, I saw Randolph Berman walk out the front door and head east on Wilshire Boulevard in the direction of his office on Beverly Drive. I waited a few minutes to make sure he didn't turn back, then entered the hotel. At the desk, I learned the number of Berman's suite on the 9th floor. Break in, it would have taken a battering ram. So I tried knocking.
All right. You don't have to bust down the door. What's the matter? You forget your key and... No. Get out of here, buddy. Randy said not to let anybody in. He's out buying us clothes.
Oh, he'd tell you to let me in, baby.
Hey, who are you?
Hernandez sent me up here from Guadalajara.
Oh, well, then come in. Oh, you are in?
Yeah.
Well, have a drink then.
No, thanks.
A girl's entitled to a couple of drinks after that dousing in the ocean, and you might as well... What about Hernandez?
Your husband sold him the wrong stone from that collection.
Sold? Oh, he gave it to him.
Oh, then you know about it.
Oh, sure. So he could make a legit-looking change in the insurance and convince everybody he was on the up and... You sure you're from Hernandez?
You kidding? How else would I know about the whole deal?
I don't know. Hey, Randy said not to let anybody in here or he'd kill me. Dumb blonde, he called me.
You? A smart, beautiful girl like you?
Oh, hey, you're okay. My name's Vi. Come on, let's have a drink.
No, thanks. Listen, Vi. I've got to get the right stone from that collection, the caliber diamond. Then I'll leave this one I've got in my pocket here.
Which one you got? Let me see it.
Oh, no, only Mr. Berman. And only when he gives me the caliber.
Well, which one you got there, huh?
Well, never mind. I'll show it to Mr. Berman.
I just want to see it.
Not until I get the caliber from the collection. So, if he isn't here, if he's taken it to the office, I'll just...
You think he's crazy? Let everybody know he... Let me see the one you have, huh?
Look, I just told you. Anyway, how do I know I can trust you? I didn't even see you in Guadalajara.
Oh, now you sound like Randy. Dumb blonde, he said. Keep the door locked. But I let the bellboy in with the drinks, and I let you in, didn't I? Well, let me see the one you got. Will you, if I get you the other one?
From the hat box that didn't have to go through customs?
How did you know? Hey, you're a cutie. I'll bet you read about the Andrew Dorsey, just like Randy did. Come on, now let's have
Where
a
is the
look.
hat box, Vi?
Now, wait a minute. Maybe I am dumb. Who did you say you are?
Where's the hat box?
No, I won't tell you. You get out of here.
Now, without the collection, Vi.
No, you can't. Randy would kill me. He'd kill me if he even knew I let you in here. Who are you?
Johnny Dollar, insurance investigator.
Oh, please, Johnny, get out of here.
The stuff in the bedroom?
You can't go in there. I mean it. He'd kill me.
Sorry, but that's your worry.
Oh, no. Stop it or I'll set your eyes out. Now,
Hey,
you get...
pull in those claws, baby.
No, you...
Well, I hate to do this, but...
No, help!
Oh, yeah, that's right. Get the manager up here. Get the police up here.
Police? Oh, no.
Oh, yes. Then you'd really be in trouble. You'd be better off if Berman tried to kill you. Now, where's the stuff?
It's in the closet, on the floor, in the hat box.
Thanks. Well. Just a handful, but worth a fortune. Well. Oh, now, wait a minute, girl. Put down that bottle.
I gotta stop you. He'd kill me, don't you understand? Just for letting you in here. You don't know him.
Look, baby, you're in this thing deep enough as it is. Don't try to make it any worse for yourself.
But when he finds out that I...
Here, he's come back.
And I open up.
Where my hands fall.
What'll I do? Where'll I go?
Right here, behind this closet door. Quick.
Johnny,
Just stay there. Hang on to that bottle and think over what I told you about getting in deeper.
Hi, where'd you get these drinks? You let somebody in here. Bellboy? Why, you half-witted bird brain, I told you. Who are you?
The name is Dollar, Mr. Berman.
Insurance Dick?
I just dropped by to pick up the Bettenhouse collection.
Put it down, Dollar. I'm a good shot with this thing.
Yeah. And it wouldn't be the first time you killed over a handful of jewelry, would it?
That's right. Won't be the last. But you'll never know about it. Now, where's Vi?
How should I know?
She let you in here? I'll murder that dizzy blonde.
That dizzy blonde is a lot smarter than you think.
Where is she? What do you mean?
By helping me, she has a chance of getting out of this mess you've involved her in, of getting out clean.
That dirty two-timing... Dollar, I'm going to kill you.
You'd even like to involve her in that, too, wouldn't you?
Thanks for the idea. I'll make it look like she killed you.
Oh, no, you...
Nice work with that bottle, Vi. Sorry he missed you.
Please, you won't let him...
No, don't worry, baby. He won't bother anybody. Not for a long, long time. Item 8, $245 even. Incidentals during a couple of days of relaxation under the California sun and transportation back to Hartford. Expense account total, $453.95. Remarks? By way of getting off as easily as possible, Vi sang like a canary, and incidentally cleared up a couple of other of his shady deals. Result? By the time his prison term runs out, he'll be too long dead to collect the insurance on his yacht. End of remarks, end of report. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, the DeSalle matter. And I promise you a double-barrel thrill in it. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood. It is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote tonight's story. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Lawrence Dobkin, Howard McNear, Jay Novello, Jack Edwards, Barney Phillips, and Raymond Burr. Musical supervision is by Amerigo Marino. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Dan Coverly speaking.
Johnny Dollar has come to you through the worldwide facilities of the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
George Reed here.
Oh, hello, Georgie. How's Floyd's of England doing these days?
payments keep on the way they started this morning, the company will go broke.
What's that mean?
One of our old clients, quite a character, by the way.
Oh, now wait, George. For just once, give me a case involving some nice, ordinary, normal person.
No, Johnny.
First, it was that old fuss-budget Jediah Gillis.
Yes, but
Then
now...
big bad Michael Meany, who thought he owned half the state of Louisiana.
Well, yes, I know, but compared to them, Durango Laramie Dalhart is as normal as they come.
Durango what?
Except for one thing, of course. The payment of his insurance premium this morning.
What was the matter with it?
$4,500, Johnny, in $100 bills. They're still here on my desk.
$100 bills? You call this character normal?
Listen, will you? Every one of these bills is counterfeit.
Oh. I'll be right over.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Floyd's of England, North American offices, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the funny money matter. Expense account item 1, $1 even, taxi from my apartment to George Reed's office. I found him sitting, staring grimly at a pile of paper money spread around on the top of his desk.
Well, there they are, Johnny. 45 $100 bills, and every one of them as phony as I've ever seen. Look at them.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Whoever turned these out didn't even have sense enough to use the proper kind of ink. Yeah, it looks like he must have diluted it.
Yeah. Have you ever seen such washed-out-looking money in all your life?
Good tough paper, though. Just like the real McCoy.
Yes, real crisp and new. But, Johnny, look at those colors. Even the black isn't really black.
Yeah.
You'd think they'd at least have tried to wrinkle them up a bit and dirty them.
Yeah.
This is the most obviously flagrant... What are you looking at, Johnny?
Well, this is unusual. For counterfeit, that is.
What?
Well, they've all been printed up with different serial numbers. See? Here. And here. Huh? How about that? Pretty smart.
Funny, isn't it? The thing that usually makes this stuff easy to spot is the same number on all the bills.
Sure.
And whoever made these was clever enough to think of that. Had sense enough to use good paper, too.
Uh-huh.
But he certainly slipped up when it came to the color and quality of the ink. As for the press work...
Well, I don't pretend to know much about phony money, George.
Who needs to?
And heavens knows I don't see too many $100 bills. But to me, this engraving looks just about perfect.
That's just what I'm saying. Perfect plates, sense enough to change the numbers, good paper. Yet look at the result.
Yeah. Has he ever tried anything like this before?
What? Durango?
Yeah. And just for the sake of the record, what is his real name?
That's it. Durango Laramie Dalhart.
Oh, I can't believe it.
And the answer to your first question is no. Durango is as honest as the day is long.
Well, maybe you mean he was.
Well, maybe. But if so, I want to know why. There'd have to be a mighty good reason, believe me.
Running out of dough is the best one I can think of.
But he's always had plenty. After all, $4,500 to spend on insurance year after year.
Just who is he? And where is he?
He lives on a ranch in Oklahoma.
What kind of a ranch?
I don't know. But it must be awfully big.
Where in Oklahoma?
A place called Bum Spung.
Bum Spung?
Yes.
Oh, now look, George. This whole thing is beginning to get a little too thick. Durango, Bum Spung, Laramie Dalhart, whatever it is. Look, counterfeit money is for the Secret Service, so why don't you just put in a phone call to them and let them carry the ball?
No.
Why?
Because of Durango. I simply can't believe he'd deliberately hand over a lot of phony money. He's been paying on that policy for years.
Always in cash?
Always in cash. Crisp, new, legitimate $100 bills. Up till now.
Were you here when he left these?
No. Now, look, Johnny, if somebody is trying to take him, it's up to us to protect him.
Oh, that's a big if, George, from where I stand.
Johnny, we've always tried to give more personal service to our clients than some of the other companies. Look, I want you to investigate this thing for us, without Durango's knowing, of course, on a fee plus expense account basis.
Oh, an extra fee? That's not usual, George.
With you, it is. You know as well as I do, the padding that goes on your expense account is plenty fee for anybody.
Oh, George, you cut me to the quick. All right, where is Where is Mr. Dalhart now?
Back in Bum Spung, Oklahoma. Or at least on the way. But I thought he just left this money this morning. Every year he follows the same pattern. Comes east for a fling. You know, New York and all the nightclubs, that sort of thing. Then, just before leaving, he drops in here, makes his premium payment, and is gone. So?
George, I still think you should have called in the Secret Service. But I'll take this on for just one reason.
What's that?
I want to find out what kind of a place could ever deserve the name of Bum Spung. Since George had already arranged for plane travel as far as Enid, Oklahoma, item 2 is a mere $8.55 for incidentals along the way. I arrived in Enid shortly after noon. Item 3, $2.60 for lunch. Item 4, $50 deposit on a rental car. And the owner of the Drive Your Own agency wore a silly little smile as he gave me the directions to Bum Spung. Anyway, I headed due north on Highway 81 across the Oklahoma flatland. Some 26 miles or so further on, after passing through Pond Creek and crossing the Salt Fork of the Arkansas River, I spotted a rather crude, weather-beaten sign indicating that the place I was looking for was somewhere up a dirt road to the left. Road? That's a laugh. And it twisted and turned for seemingly endless rough miles along the riverbank. I just about decided that Bum Spung was a bum steer when suddenly I almost ran into the gate of an old wooden fence, surrounding some 2 or 3 acres of sandy ground. And there they were. A huge, ramshackle, unpainted building that passed for a house. An even more dilapidated affair, propped up with timbers that probably served as a barn. There were a couple of broken-down outbuildings, too. And on a small irrigated plot in the back, 2 cows. Steers? Well, anyway, 2 rather sad-looking bovines munched on the faded grass. There were some decrepit-looking chickens, a mangy old dog. There was a horse of sorts in a small corral. The windmill? Its whole tower sagged with fatigue, and the rudder on it slapped idly against the broken vanes. But right next to it, in complete contrast, stood a spanking new Cadillac convertible. And on the other side of the house, hanging some flimsy pretties on a clothesline, she was maybe 23 or 4, a brunette, and wearing a pair of well-tailored white riding breeches and a tight flowered silk blouse. She was slim, and she was pretty, and had a couple of rosebuds tucked in her hair.
Hi.
And about as out of place as anything I ever saw.
I said hi.
It was like seeing the vision of a goddess.
Come on in. Just swing aside that post at your left. It's what Durango called the gate.
Oh, yeah. Durango, did you say? Don't tell me this is Bum Spung.
It sure is. Didn't you see the sign down the road? The vast acreage within this broken-down fence is the cattle ranch of Durango Laramie Dahlhart, who happens to be my uncle. I'm Carol Dahlhart. Who are you?
Why, my name's Johnny Dollar.
Dollar? That seems to me I've heard that somewhere.
Oh?
What are you doing out here?
Oh, just driving around, summer vacation.
You look like a city man.
I was intrigued by that sign down the road. Curious about what Bum Spung could mean.
Bad water. Bad spring, so the Indians called it Bum Spung.
Ah.
Durango liked the name, so he bought up these 2 acres and settled here.
And this is all there is to his ranch?
What's the matter with it? He likes it.
But I'd had an idea. Well.
Yeah?
Nothing. From what you've told me, I think I'd like to meet Durango. Is he around?
You trying to kid me or something? I haven't told you anything about him. Now look, Johnny Dollar. Yeah, look!
Suddenly she turned, drew an old Colt 45, and as I ducked, she let go with it. Holy!
I got him, see?
She got him all right. A small snake that had poked up out of a hole in the ground some 25 feet away, and she'd got him right through the head with both shots.
Oh, God darn rattlesnake?
Rattlesnakes? That looks to me like a poor old gopher snake. What's left of him.
So what's the difference? Could have been a rattlesnake.
Hey, you were plenty fast with that gun.
Yeah, gotta be. Or old Durango wouldn't have me on the place. There's no use for anybody that... Hand me a couple of those clothespins, will you? I gotta get these things hung up.
Yeah, sure. Here. You said you're his niece.
That's right. Only one left to take care of the old buzzard.
You live here with him?
Part of the time. Oh, enough to look after him, make sure he don't get lonely, that he's got enough food in the house, that kind of thing. And I stick around when he goes out on the West Coast or back east for a fling.
That's where he is now.
Yeah, and he's due back. Hand me that slip out of the laundromat.
Sure. Here you are. I take it that convertible's yours, huh?
Yeah, that was my birthday present.
Oh, your family must be pretty well heeled.
Family. Me and Durango, we're all that's left. Give me them stockings now.
Sure. But certainly Durango.
Why not? He gives me a new one every year.
And this ranch is all he owns?
Except for his money. Says he has a barrel of it.
Well, he must have. Or else,
Or else, what?
nothing. Go on with what you were saying.
More clothespins.
Yeah, here.
And when he kicks off, I get it all. And I can give up the filling station.
Filling station?
Well, you must have passed it, just the side of Enid. Durango says a woman's no good unless she's got a job, so I got a filling station. Let somebody else run it for me, though, and Durango don't know the difference. Or at least he don't care. The main thing is I'm around to keep him happy and give him somebody to cuss at now and then. And say, why am I shooting off my face to you this way?
I don't know, but don't stop.
There. Them clothes will be dry in an hour, and if you're still here, you can help me take them down again.
Okay.
Carry that basket for me, and I'll give you a cool drink in the house.
Hey, great. You say Durango's due back here, huh?
Mm-hmm. Why, don't save yourself time traveling by plane instead of train, I'll never... Johnny, if you're just around here on vacation, I'll eat my shirt. Why'd you come here? And don't give me any guff.
All right, come on. Pour me that drink and I'll tell you.
Now, I'll tell you. If you're here to pull something on... Oh!
What's it?
Son of a dog blasted gopher. Oh,
Easy now.
Don't you easy now, me. I busted my ankle.
Oh, it's just a little sprain. Here, arm over my shoulder.
Okay. Dang fool that I was to kill that gopher snake back there. Oh, Johnny, it hurts.
Then I'll carry you. You know.
Oh, that's better. And hey, boy, you got muscles.
You know. Huh? What the?
Well, take me over to the sofa. What's the matter, Johnny?
What stopped me was the inside of the ramshackle old house. Clean, modern, well-furnished. Even the kitchen with its gleaming porcelain, electric range, huge refrigerator, and freezer. Modern in every way.
Well, don't just stand there staring. Get some water, hot and cold for this ankle. While you're at it, pour us a drink at the bar over there in the corner. I could use a good, stiff snort.
I did what I could to reduce the swelling in her ankle. But by the time I'd taped it up and she was snoozing comfortably on the sofa, it was getting dark. So I hied myself into the well-stocked kitchen to see what I could scratch up to eat. And I'll be honest about it. With this mighty attractive patient on my hands, I'd completely forgotten about my mission in these parts, the investigation of one Durango Laramie Dollheart. I wasn't allowed to forget it long, though. As I opened and was about to reach into the ample freezer...
Stop right there, you.
Huh?
There's only one way to deal with a thieving, stealing, dirty varmint like you.
Now, wait a minute. Put that thing down.
And that, partner, is this way.
Holy, no. Hey, no, you're out of your... No!
Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
A number of years ago, it was said that, in spite of the large population of this planet, men and women remain the most inaccessible things on it. Today, we see this lack of understanding among peoples of the world reflected in headline stories. But it isn't because the people of the world are enemies. All people want to be friends. Long before the termination of World War II, Reverend Eugene Wood, a Methodist minister from Oceanside, California, went into a Scottsdale, Arizona camp where German prisoners of war were interned and offered his services to the imprisoned men. Among other things, Reverend Wood taught the men English, and he taught them about the United States of America. During the following years, after the men had been repatriated to their native Germany, nearly half of the internees corresponded frequently with Reverend Wood. Those men expressed a unique understanding of the people and the country of the United States of America. This great feeling of friendship and understanding prompted the minister to make a pilgrimage to Europe to seek out the men he had befriended in the prisoner of war camp in Arizona. This gesture on Reverend Wood's part gained him a fantastic welcome everywhere he went. In all the places he visited, he spread the gospel of love and friendship and had it returned to him. There were no enemies, only men with the love of freedom, the right of all men, everywhere.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Funny Money Matter.
Robbing my house here, you thief!
Now, wait a minute.
Not my old Durango's around.
Durango, you old maverick!
Watch it!
Cut out that shooting while I'm trying to sleep.
Ain't had a chance like this in years.
Well, you cut it out.
Quit it! Cut it out, I say!
Enough. Me, too.
Take a swing at me, will you?
Right. Holy Moses.
Okay.
Yeah, and here's your gun. Keep it in your pocket where it belongs.
Sure.
Now, what was the big idea?
Well, whenever you bring one of these fancy boyfriends of yours around to my house, I got a right to have a little fun with them, ain't it?
Fun? Is this your idea of fun?
Crazy gall darn fun. Look what you did to the stove. You blowed it full of holes.
Yeah, the old wood stove would have held up. Here, buy yourself another one. There's $500 nice new dollars.
Hey, wait, let me see
Now, what about that window and the jars on the shelf?
Okay, here. You should have saw him when I started throwing that lid all around him.
Sure. Here, Johnny, let me wipe off some of that jam that fell on your head.
Johnny? Johnny who?
Johnny Dollar. And I take it you're Durango Laramie Dollheart.
Nah, I sure am. Fastest shot in the country, too. My pa learned how in Durango, my ma learned how in Laramie, and I'm better than both of them was. Only thing is, I get no chance to show off no more.
Durango, you crazy idiot. What's the idea?
No harm, man, no harm. Yeah, take a slug of this. You forget all about it.
I'll get a glass.
Glass, a man drinks out of the bottle. Go ahead, Johnny.
Oh, well, thanks.
Bad enough a he-man has to live around all this feminine fripsy and lace curtains and rugs all over the floor and
You know,
stuff.
Dad, blame well, you like the way I fixed up this old dumpy ears Durango.
Yeah.
Now, wait a minute. Look, you two.
Yeah, you know dang well a man gets tired just sitting around, no matter how pretty it is. Why else do you suppose I got to get away every now and then to San Francisco or New York or some of them places where they got some noise and excitement? Is that right, Johnny Dollar?
Just leave him out of this.
Why? What's he doing here, anyhow?
Well, Durango,
I'll tell you why. Because he's just driving around on his vacation, and he happened to get to the end of the road, and I made him come in. That's why.
Thanks, girl.
You got any objections?
Now, I'll say this. He's got a lot more get-up and guts than most of the boys you bring around here. That larrup on the chin he give me is...
Yeah, well, I'm sorry about that, Durango.
Sorry for what? Because you didn't act like some of them lily-livered kids she brings around and run for home? No, sir, boy, you're all right. Cheryl, what the Sam Hill you got on your foot?
Well, it's high time you noticed.
Well, what happened to it?
I like to have busted my ankle and a gopher hole, and if it hadn't been for Johnny, I'd still be laying out in the yard howling with pain.
Yeah, me, I'd seen that happen. I thought she'd broke her leg. I'd liable to took her out and shot her. But Johnny, boy, you done a real good job on my little ticket. Here, honey, I have to get back on the sofa.
No, now, let Johnny. He's a lot gentler. And besides, well, I kind of like him.
You hear that, Johnny? You better look out when a pretty girl starts talking to you like that. You're sure fixing to get lassoed and thrown.
Well, I can think of a lot worse things.
Durango, you just shut up and fix us up some victuals. We're hungry.
Yeah, sure. No sooner than I get back here and some woman starts giving me orders.
Take it easy now, girl.
Oh, I don't need help. I'm feeling fine now. I just wanted to talk to you.
Hey, you should have stayed on that sofa.
What, missed all the fun?
Fun? You too? You know.
Oh, thanks. Hey, sit beside me, Johnny.
Well, sure. Why not?
Now, none of that mush stuff. That isn't what I meant. Oh, I can't say as I'd mind it with you, Johnny.
Well, now, if that isn't an
Hey,
invitation,
you kids, some nice steaks, a couple of chops, maybe some pancakes and beans to fill you up. Be all right?
Just make it good and take your time. Or shall I do it?
Yeah, woman, I can cook better than you any time.
Oh. Well,
Johnny, before you start that...
What's the matter with some lights in there, you kids? It's getting dark.
oh.
Just mind your own affairs.
And I warn you, Johnny, you better watch out for yourself.
Yeah, I'll risk it, Durango. You don't, want the light, do you, Carol?
You know what I want?
Hmm? What?
I don't know why you come out here to bum spun.
Can't I wait?
Dollar, I bet you got somewhere else to go. It's going to be pretty late by the time we met. Or I might as well bunk here tonight. Got plenty of room. What do you say?
Johnny?
Sure, Durango. Thanks a lot. No, Carol.
You haven't answered my question, John.
Tomorrow. I'll tell you tomorrow when we can be alone.
Aren't we alone now?
Oh, not as much as I wish we were.
You're a mighty cute guy, Johnny.
Oh, you don't know me, Carol. I'm really just an old wolf.
Oh, I don't believe it. I don't know. Just one of the roses fell out of my hair. There it is.
With buds of roses in her hair and kisses on her mouth.
What's that? Pretty.
Just a line from an old poem.
I have the roses in my hair.
What about the rest?
Why don't you find out?
You kids want to bell down on the jug while you're waiting?
Oh,
why don't you tend to your cooking? Johnny?
That Durango, he certainly puts together a meal in a hurry, too much of a hurry. And the meal itself, enough for an army. And to see him pack it away, you'd think he'd been out on the range for years.
Yes, sir. Nothing like coming home to give you an appetite. Here, scoop yourself up some more beans, Johnny.
I still hadn't made any progress in my investigation and encouraged him to talk about himself. He did, willingly. And how much of it was true was something else again. Said he left his father's little farm in Colorado to hunt for gold. Said he'd found it, too, a lot of it. Claimed he'd used that money exploring for oil, wildcatting. That everything he touched had turned to money. That he'd made and banked so much he could never spend it all. That's why he'd go on those flings to San Francisco and New York, just to get rid of it. Then come back here to this little plot of ground and rest up for the next excursion to the big city. His only regret was he was too old to make the new West like the old West.
Yes, sir. If I was 20 years younger, I'd ride a horse into Dodge City and show all them law and order. I'd show them just exactly how it was in the old days. Like I read about in them magazines.
But if all this were true, why the counterfeit money? Those phony, washed-out $100 bills I'd seen on George Reed's desk. The bed in the guest room was as comfortable as my own, but I couldn't get to sleep. Fortunately, for long after the house was dark, it must have been close to midnight, I heard the door of Durango's room open, heard him sneak out of the house the back way. Quickly, as quietly as I could, I slipped on trousers and shoes, took along my gun, and went after him. From the back porch, I could see that there was a light on in one of the small outbuildings. With my ear pressed tightly to the side of the little shack, I could hear it only too plainly. The printing press on which Durango was turning out the phony money. No question about it. And I was sorry. Kind of begun to like the old character. To say nothing of his beautiful...
Johnny.
Carol.
What are you doing out here? If it's a walk in the moonlight you want, why didn't you ask me to come with you?
Carol, listen. I'll lay my cards right on the table. What I really came to this place for was to find out... Well, it was right here inside this little shack.
Oh, no.
And now that I've found out,
Johnny, you'll break his heart. He thinks nobody knows about this.
Oh, of course he does.
He's been doing it ever since... And he thinks that even I don't know about
I'll bet.
Oh, Johnny, please, you'll spoil everything.
Why not? It's about time, isn't it?
And he means no harm to anybody.
What do you mean, no harm? Are you kidding? Or maybe you're in this whole thing with him. Are you?
Oh, no, but I don't see what difference it would make. Johnny, baby,
Oh, don't pull that stuff. It's time for a showdown.
Hey, what's the racket? What's going on? snooping, huh? Why, you ornery, low-down, sneaking coyote.
All right, Durango. Just cut it and stand where you are.
Well, what are you doing with that gun?
I only hope you won't make it necessary for me to use it.
Johnny.
Open up that door, Durango. I want to see what you've got inside there. Go ahead now, open it.
Yeah. Now, look, son, there ain't no harm in what I'm doing in there.
No harm. That seems to be a pat phrase around here.
Well, it's just that ever since I made my pile, everywhere I'd go, I'd spend a lot of money.
So you told me at great length.
Always, maybe it was sort of showing off a bit, but when I'd draw it out of the bank, I'd make them give me brand new money. And, you know, to impress the folks, like a big shot up in Hartford where I pay my insurance for Carol here every year.
In brand new $100 bills, supposedly.
That's right, and no supposedly.
But this last insurance payment to George.
Yeah, I know. But, Johnny, it wasn't my fault. The bank didn't have some nice new ones for me, and they couldn't get them in time either, so I had to... Well, this was the next best.
Oh, that's a likely
Johnny,
story.
please.
Open that door.
Oh, God, I kept hoping nobody'd find it.
Come on, open it.
Okay. There you are.
What under the...
That's the washing machine there, and that's the soap, and plenty of strong bleach, and the starch to make them nice and crisp.
Oh, no.
And that there's the ironing board where I press them out real nice and flat.
They'll never believe it.
But it does make them look real pretty and new. Honest, Johnny, I didn't think there was no harm in it.
Well, there you have it, George. Full report on the funny money that turned out to be only cleaned up a bit. And the next time, call in the Secret Service, will you? No, I didn't mean that. Just don't question the charges on this account for the extra week I've spent out here. If you could see this pretty little Carol. Oh, that Carol. And if I ever get enough money, so help me, I think I'll retire to Bum-Spung, Oklahoma. Expense account total, including incidentals, and the trip back to Hartford, $171.25. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here is our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, well, just remember one thing. That old saying about a cat having 9 lives. And be sure to join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood. It is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone, who also wrote tonight's story. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, G. Stanley Jones, and John McIntyre. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
The count's 3-2 and the bases are loaded.
And Ted Williams is at bat, huh, McGraw?
Oh, Johnny, how'd you know it was me?
Oh, just psychic, I guess. What's on your mind, Bert?
Fella named Henry Sampson. Ever hear of him?
Name's familiar.
Well, it should be. He owns about half the newspapers in the South.
Which means he isn't exactly struggling for money, huh?
Right. In fact, he collects it.
Figures.
Especially Confederate money.
Well, anybody can... What?
Yes, sir, Johnny. He has one of the largest collections of old coins in this country.
Oh?
And a Confederate $50 he owns has disappeared.
Bert, Confederate money isn't worth its weight in salt.
That's where you're all wrong, Johnny.
Huh?
This particular $50 is insured for $20,000.
Bob Bailey in the exciting adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the Providential Assurance Company, 393 Dewey Avenue, Hartford, Connecticut. Following is an account of expenses incurred during my investigation of the Confederate coinage matter. Expense account item 1, $1.20 taxi from my apartment to Bert McGraw's office. He was seated behind a haze of cigar smoke, reading a magazine.
Oh, Johnny, come in.
Hey, morning, Bert.
Sit down. I was just reading about an old teammate of mine.
Oh, who's that?
Bob Feller.
Feller?
Yeah, he was a pretty fair country pitcher. Of course, he wasn't in my class.
Course.
Yeah. Many's the time I had to help old Bob out of a spot. Yes, sirree, Bob. That boy could get himself into more jams. Well, I remember...
I didn't know you played with the Cleveland Indians, Bert.
What? Well, I... Blasted cigar! You been reading up on baseball, Johnny?
No, but I remember Bob Feller. Who doesn't? In 1940, I saw him pitch a no-hit, no-run game for the Indians.
Oh, well, now, wait a minute. You and me, we must be talking about two different fellers. Yes, sir.
That's so?
Why, sure. This Bob Feller that was my teammate, he played ball for the Apalachicola Alligators. Yes, sir. Good old Bob Feller. Spelled it F-A-L-L-E-R. Fowler. Yeah. Yeah. Now, Johnny, about this Henry Sampson thing. His secretary called here just before I talked to you. Told me the coin had been stolen.
Well, now, what makes that particular coin worth $20,000, Bert?
Well, like I said, it's Confederate money, a silver $50, and where it was minted or something. That's what does it, I guess.
Where was it minted?
New Orleans. Now, during the whole time of the Civil War, that mint only turned out 4 $50.
How come?
Well, how should I know? I'm only going by what's on Sampson's original policy application.
But you're sure about there being only 4 of those $50?
Well, no, I'm not sure.
You mean you've never checked? You insured the thing on Sampson's say-so?
Well, Johnny, look, we were glad to get his business.
Well, you must have been out of your
mind.
mind.
Now stop balking, Johnny. You want to know how come that mint didn't make any more of them? You go ask him.
I plan to. Where'd you say he lived?
Right outside Birmingham, place called Shade Mountain.
Expense account item 2, $107, air transportation, Hartford to Birmingham, Alabama. I claimed my luggage and was about to step into a cab when I was approached by a man of about 30, crew cut, Brooks Brothers suit.
Mr. Dollar?
Yeah, that's right.
My name is Kopek, Michael Kopek. I'm Mr. Sampson's secretary.
Oh, yeah.
Your Mr. McGraw was good enough to tell me the time of your arrival. Are you all ready to go to Zora?
Zora?
According to the Bible, it was the village of Sampson.
Oh, yes. Only I'd like to check into a hotel and freshen up a bit first. That is, if you don't mind.
Mr. Sampson would mind, sir.
But look, I've been aboard
He instructed me to assign you a room in the guest house. I'm sure you will find it more than comfortable, Mr. Dollar. This way, please.
Just outside, standing in a no-parking zone, was the Sampson limousine. A uniformed chauffeur took my bag, and about 40 minutes later, we passed through the gates of Zora, Sampson's private domain. Beside the main house, there were 2 guest houses, 2 swimming pools, a private zoo, stock farm, turkey ranch, and a number of cottages for the servants and maintenance people. Inside the main house, Kopek led me down a long hall lined with statues and oil paintings and other art objects. Finally, he stopped and opened a heavy door. Henry Sampson was seated behind a large desk, and standing near him was the most beautiful woman I had ever seen.
Mr. Dollar, sir.
Thank you, Michael. I'll call when I need you.
Yes, sir.
Well, Johnny, come in. Come in, sir. You had a pleasant journey down, I hope?
Yes, fine, thanks.
Good.
Would you like a sample of our southern hospitality, Mr. Dollar?
Well,
Forgive me, my dear. Johnny, this is Mrs. Sampson. Delilah, Mr. Dollar.
Mrs. Sampson?
In case my question confused you, Johnny, I meant, would you like a drink?
No, thanks. Not just now.
Let the man catch his breath, Delilah. Now, Johnny, let me get on my feet. I can't give you more than 10 minutes of my time. So, let's get right down to business. This here's a display case that was broke into.
Mm-hmm. None of your other coins were taken, huh?
No. Whoever did it knew what they wanted. They got the most valuable one.
What about this lock? Was it tampered with?
Wouldn't have done him no good to tamper with it. It's the biggest and strongest that Yale makes. Reckon he knew that. That's why he broke the glass.
Then you think someone familiar with this room and your collection took the coin?
If you want to know the truth, he suspects me.
Delilah.
Mr. Sampson, did anything unusual happen that evening? Did you have any visitors?
None. Delilah and I ate our supper. I worked for a couple of hours, same as always. Then we played casino till 10:30.
We always play casino until 10:30, John. It's the only thing that relaxes my husband.
I see.
There were only 4 people besides myself in the house. Mrs. Sampson, Mary, her maid, Digger, my manservant, and Michael, my secretary.
Good old Michael, the trusty troubleshooter.
Mr. Sampson, according to your policy application, only 4 of those Confederate $half were ever made. Is that right?
Yes, 'tis. Confederate States didn't have any silver bullion to make more. Dirty Yankee blockade.
Yeah. Could you give me a description of the coin, sir?
Sure. Originally, it was a regular Union 1861 piece. At the New Orleans Mint, they ground off the reverse side and stamped on the shield of the glorious Confederacy and the words Confederate States of America.
Hallelujah. May the South rise again.
Now, that's not funny, Delilah.
I think it is. Don't you, Johnny?
Well, I'm just...
You just give me your answer later. Right now, I'm going to have another drink. You ready?
Not yet, thanks.
No, you don't know what you're missing.
You'll have to forgive my wife, Johnny. She isn't herself this evening.
I haven't been myself in several years. Not since I married this
You shut up, woman. Michael.
Yes, sir?
Mrs. Sampson is tired. Very tired. She wants you to take her to her room.
Yes, sir.
Well, see you at supper, Johnny.
I'll have your supper sent up to you.
Don't do me any favors, fat man.
Get her out of here, Michael. Get her out before I... Sorry. But she... Sometimes...
It's all right, sir. I understand.
Do you? Good. Good man. Now then. Oh, that's better. Now, about the coin. President Jefferson Davis gave it to my great-grandpappy for his service to the cause.
Are you sure of its value? Sure it's worth $20,000?
Why, shoot, boy. My grandpappy turned down 10,000 for it back in 1879. Way things are now. It's got to be worth 4 times that. Well, what's the matter? Don't you believe me?
I didn't say that.
Well, then what are you looking at me so suspicious for?
Well, Mr. Sampson, I have a hunch you're holding out on me.
Johnny, you're getting paid money to find the person that took it. Now, you earn your pay.
I'll try to. Only I'd appreciate some help.
I'll give you help. In fact, already have.
Like how?
Like the gates to Zora. I've kept them locked ever since it happened. And until you find that coin, nobody leaves here. Those gates stay closed.
A few moments later, Kopek returned and escorted me across the magnolia-scented grounds to my rooms in one of the luxurious guest cottages. I unpacked, took a shower, then called Bert McGraw in Hartford.
Well, how's it going, Johnny?
It is not.
Oh, come on now, boy.
Sorry, Bert, but it looks like a real toughie.
You don't want me to send in a pinch hitter, do you?
Nope. But how about getting the dust off your pants and doing some legwork?
All right, what kind of work?
Find out for sure how many of those 1861 half-dollars were ever made and what their value is today. Wait a minute.
What'd you say, John?
Not you, Bert. Somebody at the door. You check on that coin. Got it?
Like the Yankees have the pennant. Good luck, boy.
Okay, I'm coming. Yeah?
Mr. Darr,
Yeah, that's right.
I'm Mary Williams, Miss Sampson's maid.
And I'm Digger. Everybody just calls me Old Digger.
He's Mr. Sampson's man. We snuck off and come over here to see you.
Oh, well, come in, please.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Thank you.
Sure hope nobody saw us come in here.
Well, what's this all about, Mary?
Mr. Dollar, being an insurance investigator, you work for a company instead of the police, is that it?
Yes, the company I'm working for now is in Hartford, Connecticut.
Way up north. Oh, that's good. Mr. Dollar, Digger here, he's just scared to death.
Scared of what?
If you'd be here a while, you'd know.
Guys, you sure would.
Well, can't you tell me?
Mr. Sampson's got a big place here. He needs lots of folks to keep it up for him, and he gets them cheap from the prisons.
What?
Yes, sir. Somebody finds out who's going out on parole. The next thing a man knows, instead of being all the way free, he's here working for Mr. Sampson.
Yes, sir. And if he don't like it, Mr. Sampson has him sent back.
Oh, come on now. Look, this is 1957. Things like that just don't happen anymore.
Tell him, Digger.
Well, Mr. Dollar, sir, I don't want to go back to that place. No, sir. I don't ever want to go back.
Oh, it's all right, Digger. Mr. Dollar, we wouldn't have bothered you at all, except that Digger and me, that is, we want to get married.
That's right, yes.
But if he's sent back to prison, well, he's already spent 15 years there.
And you're afraid that Mr. Sampson is going to send him back?
Yes, sir. Mr. Sampson or somebody else around here.
But why? Well, come on. One of you say something.
Well, sir, I ain't going to tell you, nobody else, Mr. Dollar. No, sir. I won't tell no matter what they do to me. I won't tell unless you give me your word. Unless you promise me.
Promise you what?
That you won't let Mr. Sampson or nobody send me back. You give me your word on the Bible, I'll tell. Yes.
Well, come on. Tell me what.
Well, sir,
Mr. Dollar, Digger knows who took that half-dollar piece.
Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, in a moment.
The American writer Christopher Morley once wrote, "When you sell a man a book, you don't sell him just 12 ounces of paper, ink, and glue. You sell him a whole new way of life," unquote. Now that goes double when you give, not sell, a book. But the gift of 550 books to little children increases the legacy tenfold. Near the end of 1960, the employees of the Chase Manhattan Bank started a people-to-people program with such a gift to school children of a town in Tanganyika. That's on the southeast coast of Africa. And to give you an idea how the books were received by the children, let me first quote from Francis Bacon. He's an English writer of a few centuries back. He said, "Some books are to be tasted, others to be swallowed, and some few to be chewed and digested." In the past, children in Tanganyika may have done a little tasting and chewing and a little swallowing and digesting. But there's one certain thing. They wound up devouring the books they received from the United States. And they did so much of it that they, the ones in high school anyway, were able to reach the level of English children their age and pass the exams at the same time. That takes a lot of book learning, as they say. Now, the gift of these books from the United States of America may have seemed a small thing to the senders, but the boys in Tanganyika who receive them know that they've opened a whole new way of life. They've greatly increased understanding in the classroom of freedom, the right of all men everywhere.
And now, Act Two of yours truly, Johnny Dollar, and the Confederate coinage matter.
I wanted to help Digger, the Sampson servant who claimed to have information concerning the missing Confederate $50. But I couldn't promise him anything without first knowing more about the part he had played, if any, in the theft of the coin. I did promise to think over his offer and let him know if I was interested by the next afternoon. Anyway, at 8 that evening, I joined Mr. Sampson and Kopek for dinner in the large dining room. After we'd finished our coffee, Sampson rose and excused himself.
When you're ready, we got work to do, Michael.
Yes, sir.
Huh? See you in the morning, Johnny.
Well, how is the investigation coming, Mr. Dollar? Have you found any valuable clues?
Nope, not a thing.
Oh, that's too bad. But you haven't given up.
Kopek, I haven't started.
Uh-huh. Well, would you care for something else? If not...
No, I'm fine.
Then shall we...
Yeah, sure. Say, tell me something, Kopek.
Anything I can.
What about the servants who were in the house the night of the theft?
Digger and Mary?
Yeah. What do you know about them?
Everything that there is to know. I have a file containing the record on every one of Mr. Sampson's employees. If you like, I shall have the information on these two sent to your rooms.
I'd appreciate it.
Now, if you will excuse me, Mr. Sampson is waiting in the den. You can find your way back to the guest house? Hmm?
Sure. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Doll.
Johnny.
Oh, Delilah. Oh, where are you?
Up here, on the stairs. No, don't come up.
Oh.
Johnny, do you like to ride?
Well, sure, only it's been a long time since I've had a chance to, and I didn't bring any riding clothes.
That doesn't matter. Meet me at the stables before breakfast. You will, won't you, Johnny?
What do you think? I went back to the guest house, and about half an hour later, Kopek delivered the files on Mary Williams and Digger. Everything Digger had told me was true. He had spent 15 years in prison on a manslaughter charge. So early the next morning, I crossed the green lawns of Zora and met Delilah at the stables. And a few minutes later, we were riding our horses away from the main house.
Where shall we ride, Johnny? You want the cook's tour?
Oh, I don't know. What's it include?
Oh, the turkey farm, dairy, and zoo. Or would you rather go down to the river?
Hey, you know, it's a funny thing, Delilah.
What is?
I've never seen a river.
You fool. Come on, I'll race.
Come on, boy. Come on. Finally, when we reached the river, we dismounted. And she just stood there for a long moment, looking down into the water. Well?
I guess I'm just reaching for something I can't have. Yes. Do you understand, John?
Why did you marry him, Delilah?
His money. Only I was fooled. Or made a fool of.
How do you mean?
Well, he's a collector, Johnny. Of coins and paintings and people. Well, hadn't you noticed? I'm just another one of his possessions with all the rights and privileges of a statue. And you know why Sampson married me? Because my parents named me Delilah.
Well, why don't you leave him?
Oh, I'd need money, a lot of it. And I thought I was going to get some.
But now?
Maybe I'll get another chance. And when I do, Johnny, you keep in touch.
We rode on back, had breakfast, and I returned to my rooms in the guest cottage. Around 11 o'clock, I picked up the phone and called Bert McGraw again.
Johnny, about time you called.
Yeah, what'd you find out, Bert?
Enough to know that I'm in trouble, and you got to get me out of it.
Trouble? What kind of trouble?
That Confederate $50. Do you know what it's worth? $5,000.
What? But you insured it for 20.
I know it, but look, Johnny, it wasn't all my fault. I mean, well, how did Sampson know about the dies?
What dies?
The dies a man named Scott made 500 of those $50 from back in 1879. That's what lowered the price of the original $50.
You mean there are 500 of those $50 in existence instead of 4?
504. The 4 original ones made in 1861, the rest were made later.
Well, looks like you're out 20 grand, Bert.
Oh, don't say that.
Unless.
Yeah?
Unless you're willing to let me try something down here.
Anything, Johnny boy, anything.
Even if it costs 5 grand?
Well, you know what'll happen to me if the company has to take a loss of 20,000 for something worth only 5. Johnny, please, go ahead.
Thanks, pal. I'll call you later. As soon as I could, I sent word to Digger and Mary, the 2 servants, asking them to come to the guest house. It was almost 3 o'clock before they arrived.
Miss Dollar, have you decided on what you're going to do?
Yes, Mary, I have. Digger.
Yes, sir?
I can't promise that you won't be sent back to prison.
Well, then I ain't going to tell you nothing.
Now, wait.
Sir.
Let me finish. But I can promise that I'll do everything possible to help you.
Well, sir, I have to ask Miss Mary. You know, she's the one who talked me into coming to you in the first place.
I did it soon as he told me what he'd done. I didn't know about it till afterward, Mr. Dahl.
All right. Just what did he do, Mary?
Well, it wasn't his fault. He just had to break into that case and take that $50.
Yes, sir, that's right. I had to.
Why?
Because she said that she'd tell Mr. Sampson something real bad about me. Something that'd cause him to send me back to prison.
She? Mrs. Sampson?
Yes, sir.
That's the truth, Mr. Dollar. I swear it.
All right, Digger, go on. What happened after you took the coin?
Well, sir, it all went like she said it would. I got hold of the $50 and ran on down to the river. Late that night, I was on my way back to where I was supposed to meet Miss Sampson and give it to her. Well, sir, then I tripped over something and doggone if I didn't lose it.
Oh, wait a minute. Come on now, Digger. You don't expect me to believe that?
But it's the truth. Yes, sir. I had it in my hand, and when I fell, it flew out.
And you can't find it?
No, sir. No, sir. And I looked and looked.
There's a good reason why he can't find it, Mr. Dahl.
Oh?
Yes, and you come with us. We'll show you.
They showed me, and I had to agree there was a good reason. I told Kopek I wanted to see Mr. Sampson. While I was waiting for him, Delilah came down the stairs from her room.
Johnny, I saw Digger take your suitcase out to the car. You aren't leaving.
I will be in a few minutes.
Well, Johnny, have you found the coin?
No, not quite. But I know where it is. And I know how it got there.
You do?
Why did you do it, Delilah? Why did you make him do it?
You ought to know by now, Johnny. I did it for the same reason I've done everything else in my life, for money. I thought I could use the money to get away from here.
What did you do now?
I don't know. It's up to him. You do have to tell him, don't you?
Yes, Delilah. I'm afraid I do.
There's no other way. I mean, well, couldn't you say one of the servants?
No, Delilah, don't you say it either.
Okay, Johnny. See you around, huh?
Sure. See you around.
Come in, Johnny. Come in. I hear you have news for me. Well, boy, start in. Tell me.
I told him as simply as I could. When it was over, he got to his feet and stared out the window for several minutes. When he turned back, he ordered Kopek to find Digger and take him to the place where the coin had been lost. A few minutes later, we joined him there.
I can't believe it. This where you lost the $50, Digger? On the turkey farm? Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Sampson, sir. Right over there. Well, why didn't you get in there and find it? Well, I told Mr. Dollar. How come I couldn't, sir? Well, Dollar?
He couldn't find it because when he dropped the coin, one of those turkeys swallowed it.
Dollar, what do you mean, one of those turkeys swallowed it?
Well, sir, just what I said. Turkeys will eat anything that glistens or shines that's dropped near them. And since Digger was cutting across this field when he dropped the coin...
But, boy, do you realize there are 2,000 turkeys in there, and any one of them could have my $50? The $50 Jefferson Davis, president of the glorious Confederacy, gave my grandpappy. Any one of them could have it stuck in his skinny redneck?
Yes, sir, it certainly could.
Well, good. Now, you just tell me, how do you propose to get me my $50 back? You can't do it. You'll have to give me my insurance money.
Yes, we know. That's why we're willing to buy the turkeys from you.
What?
Yes, sir. I'll give you $5,000 for the turkeys and guarantee to return the coin within 90 days, providing...
Go on.
Providing you allow Mary Williams and Digger to leave here and be responsible for the recovery of the coin.
You mean you're going to let them tend the turkeys?
I'm going to give them the turkey.
What?
Oh, Mr. Dollar, you're a good man.
Digger, you miserable... You hush up. Well, Dollar, you sly fox. Doggone, boy. You just got yourself 2,000 turkeys.
A couple of weeks after I left Birmingham, I received a letter from Mr. and Mrs. Digger telling me that they'd found the coin in the craw of the bird they'd killed for their first Sunday dinner together. Which proves once again, miracles do happen. Expense account total, including transportation back to Hartford, $405.10. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's story.
Next week, the story of a tragedy that befell a sweet old widow, and the very surprising results. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, originates in Hollywood. Written by Charles B. Smith, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in our cast were Virginia Gregg, Eleanor Audley, Herb Ellis, Herb Vigran, Horace Lewis, and Vic Perrin. Be sure to join us next week, same time and station, for another exciting story of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. This is Dan Cubberly speaking.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as...
Johnny Dollar.
This is Bob Case, Dollar, Piedmont Mutual. I've got to see you right away.
What's the rush?
The girl was pulled out of the East River. It turned out to be a policyholder.
What am I, a private eye? Why don't you go to the police to find your killers?
Oh, we know the killer. He's being executed right after midnight. But we want want to know about is the victim.
Edmund O'Brien in another transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Home Office Piedmont Mutual Life Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my search for the beneficiary of policyholder Pearl Carassa. Expense account, item 1, $4.50, mileage, Hartford to Sing Sing Prison, last place of residence of the girl's convicted murderer, Marty Pruitt. He was sitting in his cell playing solitaire.
Hey, what time is it?
About 11, Marty.
An hour more. How much you say the policy was for?
$5,000.
5,000. That's funny. Just what I got paid for the job. Who'd she leave it to, the old lady?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew she would.
You know where I can find the beneficiary?
The beneficiary? You didn't know the beneficiary, did you?
Never had the pleasure.
If you'd known her, you wouldn't be looking for her.
Mrs. Carrassa's virtues are none of my business, Marty. The company has $5,000, and I've got to help them get rid of it. What good are you doing yourself by not telling me where she is, if you know?
What time is it now?
A little after 11.
Boy, did that money look good. You know all the things you can do with $5,000? This girl back home. I was going to get married. Nah. I wasn't going to get married. I'd have put it in roulette like all them other times.
You never did say who hired you.
Nah, that's right. I never did.
Marty, I know you've been through this before, but you got to admit it's a good point. You're going to die, and the real murderer is getting off free. Does that make sense to you?
What's your business, mister?
Insurance.
Stick to it.
I think I will.
You know what I'd do if I was you? I'd take that $5,000 and put it in flowers.
Thanks, anyway.
Hey, Dollar, let me give you some last-minute advice. Leave it alone. It's the most unnatural mess you ever got yourself into in all your life.
Expense account, item 2, $3.56, mileage, Ossining, New York to police headquarters, New York City, where the next morning, Lieutenant Bernard Goldberg offered me photographs of the dead girl, a cigar, and what little information he had.
A body. We got the name off the wallet in her hip pocket.
What?
Slacks.
Oh.
The patrolman down at the docks picked up Marty Pruitt right at the scene. The trial was cut and dried.
Sergeant Riley.
But it's funny about these guys.
Yeah.
It's crazy loyalty to somebody who maybe wouldn't think twice about slitting his own. Yeah?
2 M's and remit.
Dollar. 2 M's and remit.
No.
No.
Thanks, Lieutenant.
You don't have any idea where I can start looking for the mother.
Most I can do for you is to give you the girl's last known address. But we've been over the ground 100 times. It's a rooming house. Nice but stupid old couple that don't know nothing.
This Seattle address on the policy.
1941. Then San Diego, then to Cairo, maybe. Who can know? But we're still working on it.
Hey, Lieutenant, how do you spell parasitical?
Dollar. Parasitical.
Tell him to look it up.
Look it up, Sergeant. What am I, a Webster?
Expense account, item 3, $1.50 cab fare to a stack of dirty bricks on the Lower East Side.
Well, you have no business being up here in the first place, and especially with your husband in that condition. Looking for somebody, mister?
Yeah, the manager.
Third door to your right.
Thanks.
Now, don't tell me it's none of my business. Not when I bring soup down there every single day. Why, I never heard the like of you.
Oh,
You haven't
come
any
in.
place to talk.
Howard, why don't you sit down?
Thanks. You the manager?
I am the manager. Howard's the manager.
Well, my name is Johnny Dollar. I'm with the
It's all right. We don't ask for references, do we, Howard?
Except under special circumstances. I'm afraid you misunderstand. I'm not looking for an apartment. I'm an investigator with an insurance company, and I'd like to ask you a few questions.
We never had a fire in this building that was next door. They keep rubbish in the basement. The company's warned them time and time again. Never does any good.
I'd like some information about a girl who I understand was a tenant here. A Miss Pearl Carassa.
The police were already here, Mr. Dollar. 4 times. Lieutenant Goldberg thanked us for our cooperation. She was such a nice girl. Quiet. Homelike. And generous. Oh, yes, terribly.
How long was she with you?
How long was it, Howard? Just 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. But we got to know her so well. She was such a lonely girl. She used to come down after dinner sometimes and talk about music and all the places she'd been.
Well, where'd she come from originally?
She never said, but she'd been everywhere.
In Florida?
Everywhere.
Did she have any visitors?
Oh, no. Oh, no. One of the first things she told us was no visitors. If anybody asked for her, she wasn't home. Such a lonely girl. So pretty, too. You'd think she'd have boyfriends.
No, Mr. Dollar, no visitors.
Did she act as if she were frightened of something?
That's just what the police asked us, and we told them before, and we told them at the trial that we thought she was frightened.
Yes, we had her luggage here for a while, but the police took it.
I've been through it, thanks.
Did you notice all the labels from all over everywhere? Wonder what they're going to do with all those lovely dresses and shoes.
Look, I know the police asked all these questions, but did you happen to notice if she got any mail?
Yes, we did. She didn't.
No, not a single letter, no.
Did she spend much time away from her apartment?
Very little, only.
Twice a day, once in the morning and once in the afternoon, but she always came back within an hour.
I don't suppose you have any idea where she went.
That's right, we don't.
What'd you say you were again?
Insurance investigation. Thanks for your time. Expense account item 4, $50 in cab fares. It took me the rest of that day and half of the next visiting neighborhood postal substations. It looked like a beautiful way to waste time, but I was betting on the impossibility that her daily excursions had been for mail. This kind of foot padding taught me very little other than the fact that there are a good number of substations in any given half-hour area. The second afternoon, I dragged into a fruit store which advertised Postal Station 324 along with a special on honeydew melon. I walked up to the little cage. Anything for Carassa today?
Who?
Carassa, general delivery.
Just a minute. Grant?
Carassa. C-A-R-R-A-S-A.
Just
Carassa.
a minute. Yes, here we are. 3 cents postage due, Las Vegas, Nevada.
I looked at the envelope. Pearl Carassa, all right. It had been forwarded from Las Vegas 3 days before. I said something to myself about hard work, patience, and fool's luck, then headed for a phone. This is Dollar, Bob. On the Carassa thing, I'm still cold on the beneficiary, but we've got the girl traced as far as Las Vegas.
Well, that's a long haul for a $5,000 policy. You have a final address on her there?
A letter was forwarded to General Delivery here in New York that was originally addressed to the Rambo Club. I got a permit and had it opened. It's nothing but a dressmaker's bill. I guess the Las Vegas Postal Authority sent it on. That's all I got. You want me to follow it up?
Nothing else we can do. You hereby have authorization. Get going.
Expense account, item 6, $200 air travel and expenses to Las Vegas, Nevada. Specifically, the Rambo Club. It's always the same when I hit Las Vegas. I expect to find tuxedos and evening gowns playing the games, but I never do. A bootblack comes in off the street with the last quarter he made and plunks it down on 21. A grandmother with a California pension. A red-headed kid with Oscar's Super Service tattooed on his overalls. I always ask myself, where's all the big money? The answer is they're getting rid of it in the back room.
Hey, jackpot on the nickel one. How do you like that? Oh, boy. Come on.
I told my relief I had to go powder my nose. What I really wanted was a drink.
Fly, real fly. Is this taken?
No, sit down.
What do you have, mister? A good bourbon, soda.
Oh, thanks for your confidence in me. I'll fix you up.
You worked here long?
Have I?
You like Nevada? What's your hometown?
Las Vegas, there I head in the summer.
Yeah, I guess you know a lot of people here, huh?
By sight, mostly. Very few by name. Everybody's a stranger.
Say, maybe you know a friend of mine. I went to school with her. What was her name again? Oh, yeah, Carassa. Pearl Carassa.
Save me my drink, Eddie. I gotta get back to work. Take it easy, mister.
Best bourbon in the house.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's $1.50. This is a real clip joint.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Thanks.
Say, wait a second. Do you know where I can find Mrs. Henrietta Carassa? She's the mother of a girl that used to hang around here, Pearl. Well?
Yeah. I think I can help you. Harry, take over. Here's your $1.50. Come on.
$60.
Oh, I'm sure going to win it this time. I'll tell you, boys.
Wait a minute.
That's all.
Grace, will you quit? Grace, will you? Will you quit, Grace? Grace, I'm telling you, quit. Listen to me, Grace. Will you quit? Grace, quit!
Shut up!
The stairway led to the mezzanine. I followed the bartender along the thickly carpeted hall to a door labeled Peter Barron. My benefactor knocked, a shadow loomed on the frosted glass, and just like that, there he was. A long red gash of a scar ran across the left side of his face, twisting it into a humorless smile. The barkeep was dismissed with a nod. We sat down.
Cigar?
Thanks, no.
What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a Mrs. Henrietta Carassa.
Why?
I got business with her.
What kind of business?
Insurance?
She don't need no insurance.
Where can I find her?
She don't need no insurance.
Well, thanks, anyhow.
Sit down.
What for?
You see this mark across my face? You know how I got this? Asking foolish questions and not giving the right answers. Suppose you tell me what you want with Mrs. Henrietta Carassa.
I'll tell Mrs. Carassa you were interested.
Oh, look. This is no way to talk to me. Now, I got a lot of respect for your business ethics and all that, but you know how it is sometimes. Now, come on, Mr. Insurance. What do you want with Mrs. Carassa?
Are you a pretty good shot with that thing?
38's my specialty.
In that case, I've got a check.
What kind of a check?
A $5,000 kind of a check.
From whom?
A daughter.
Pearl?
Pearl. She left her mother $5,000.
How did you trace Pearl to Las Vegas? Never mind. You know what you look like to me? You look like a city official.
It's the pinstripe. Now, how do I find Mrs. Carassa?
It's very simple.
Mike,
this is Mr. What's your name, Insurance?
Dollar, Johnny.
Take Mr. Dollar to see Mrs. Henrietta Carassa. Treat him gentle. He's got some money for her.
The place looked and sounded the same on the way out, but something was different. Maybe it was the 4 6-footers standing at the door. As they fell in behind me, I thought maybe I'd asked one question too many. At the alley, I found out how right I was.
He was a tough one. Would have been easier to slip him a Mickey.
In just a moment, we will return to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. But first, you hear them all on CBS, and some of the funniest parts of that all comes from the bird brain of a woman, Miss Gracie Allen of Burns and Allen. Top troopers on the American stage for years, top radio stars after that. George and Gracie are now playing a big part in CBS's great Wednesday night lineup. Bing Crosby, Groucho Marx, George and Gracie, and Dr. Christian. Join George Burns and Gracie Allen this Wednesday night on most of these same CBS stations. And now, with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
There was a lot more to this case than a $5,000 insurance payoff. I'd sensed that from the beginning. A hired killer with a still unknown employer had searched out the girl in her New York hideaway and done a thorough, if not profitable, job. His warnings, which a man of my profession is bound to ignore, were beginning to materialize. As I woke up, I could hear voices.
Could have brought another wallet with him and left it at the hotel,
Took him in the alley and Joe and Harry.
Oh, wait a
in bed
minute.
with that.
Wait a minute. I think he's waking up. Hold his head.
Okay. Hey, you ought to get a doctor for him, maybe.
Nah, doctor.
He looks terrible.
Dollar. Dollar, can you hear me?
Dollar.
Huh?
Where you
Yeah?
from?
Yeah, what's this insurance stuff?
Who you really working for?
Is it the New York Police Department?
Where did you get these cards in your wallet?
Come on, Dollar.
Answer me, Dollar.
Give me some water.
Get him some water.
Hey, get some water, Joe.
Now, sit up. Come on, sit up. Here, I'll help you. There.
All right. All right, now what's the idea?
That's what we'd like to know. Where do you know Pearl Carassa from?
Oh, that name.
Come on.
I'm looking for her mother.
What do you want with her mother?
She left an insurance policy. Girl, $5,000.
Hey, here's the water.
Thanks. Who are you?
Pete Barron.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the face is familiar.
You mustn't be bitter, Dollar.
Why?
Why questions?
Look, I'm just a working man. It's so simple. There's a company in Hartford, an insurance company. They sold a policy. The girl that bought it is dead. Policy is for $5,000. The money goes to her mother. All I want to know is, where is mother?
No kidding. Are you really an insurance man?
No kidding.
Well, why didn't you say so? Why didn't you come right out with it? Why do you go sneaking into bars asking funny questions?
Mister, do you know a Mrs. Henrietta Carassa?
You're in Las Vegas?
Here in Las Vegas.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll look it up for you.
Thanks. Now, lay me back down again. Expense account, item 7. $20, doctor bills. Nothing serious, but I couldn't go out in the street looking like that. I stayed in my hotel room for 2 days until the swelling went down. On the third morning, I had a visitor. It was the girl who gave me the brush off in Rambo's bar. She had an overnight bag with her. There was a label. Bloomington, Indiana.
You're in trouble, you know that?
3 days ago, that information would have done me some good.
I mean real trouble. You don't think Pete Barron let you out of there because he believed your story.
No more than you think you weren't followed
I
here.
know. She'd never come here. But Pearl, get a message to her, will you? Tell her never to show up here again.
She won't.
What do you mean she won't?
She's dead.
You got to her.
Do you know why?
I gotta get out of here.
Wait a minute. Why did Pete Barron hire Pruitt to kill her?
Let me go. I gotta get out of here.
He came up here for a purpose.
Yeah, but I didn't know she was dead.
You're going to let him get away with it?
It's narcotics. The gambling place is up front. They fly it up from Mexico at night and get out by morning. Pearl found out about it, and that's why they did it.
Does Barron know Pearl told you all this?
I don't think so, but I'm not taking any chances. I got a bus ticket. It leaves from across the street. I only got a minute.
Good luck, honey. After she left, I went to the window and watched her leave the hotel and cross the street. A nice girl, I thought. And I wondered how she got mixed up with Barron's crowd. The bus door opened, and she put one foot on the step. She crumpled to the sidewalk. The little overnight bag tumbled into the gutter. I got downstairs just ahead of the deputy sheriff, just after the bus had left. The people were still standing around. She was a nice kid.
You knew her?
Not for long.
Did you see this happen?
Yeah.
Step over here for a second, will you, please? May I have your name, please?
Yeah, sure. Here, here's my ID card.
Insurance investigation. Something about her?
Oh, a friend of hers. Pulled out of the East River. Pearl Carassa, shot to death.
Carassa?
Yeah, you didn't know?
Oh, we heard she left town. That was about all. She got mixed up with Pete Barron and her family disowned her. Well, did you see what happened to this girl?
She was just getting on the bus. Sounded like a rifle. She was working for Pete Barron, too.
Yeah, I thought I recognized her.
She just come up to see me. Had quite a story to tell. Barron's running narcotics up from Mexico by plane.
Yeah, so I've heard. We've had our eye on him for months, but we aren't ready to pick him up yet. Why would she tell you that?
She had to tell somebody. She had a message she wanted me to deliver. Pearl.
Well, this is beginning to tie up. But what's insurance got to do with it?
Carassa girl left a policy, $5,000 to her mother.
Her conscience must have bothered her. Comes from one of the finest families in this part of the country and starts downhill with a crowd like that. Now, her mother needs $5,000 like I need 2 haircuts. And, mister, if I were you, I'd take that check out to Carassa's and catch the next plane out of town.
You know something, Sheriff? That's just what I'm going to do. And that's just what I tried to do. Expense account item 8, 50 cents cab fare to the Carassa estate on Juniper Drive. They should have charged admission. There was an ivied stone wall running all around it, and a mile drive through a cactus rock garden to the mansion. I felt a little like a grocery boy delivering a check for a measly $5,000. I was met at the door by a butler in a business suit and was toured around an indoor swimming pool and potted palms to the library. Buried in a large leather chair, reading a 25-cent version of How to Be Your Own Gardener, was the man of the house. I was introduced and left alone with him.
Insurance?
Investigation. How long since you've heard from your daughter?
Oh, such a long time, such a long time. Is she in more trouble?
She's dead, Mr. Carassa.
Dead? Pearl dead? Can't be. What happened?
She was killed.
An accident?
No, it wasn't.
Not an accident.
Someone hired a killer.
Oh. It's my fault. I knew, and I did nothing.
Gregory, I've been looking all over for you. Have you watered the palms today?
No.
You didn't water the palms. Now, Gregory, the leaves will get all yellow and fall all over the floor, and it'll take simply minutes to clean up the mess around the pool. And I told you specifically that the music club had changed from Wednesday to Monday, and Monday is tonight.
This is a man from the insurance company.
How do you do? Now, Gregory, please do this one thing for me. You know how much I have to do.
Henrietta, it's Pearl.
I told you never to speak that name in my presence.
She's dead.
Dead?
She was murdered, Mrs. Carassa, in New York.
I'm not sorry. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. Not in the least. She's never done anything but bring shame to me and to her father. She brought these awful people to the house. To this house, mind you. Humiliating me in front of my friends. She even wanted to marry one of them.
Henrietta, please, not now, Henrietta.
I'm not adept at putting on false grief like you are, Gregory. She was no good. When she brought this man in, I told her right there and then, you're not my daughter. Go to the people that you fit in with. Well, this is the way it had to end. I'm going upstairs.
Mrs. Carassa, just one thing more. If you'll sign this paper, my job will be over. I have a check for you.
A check? What kind of a check?
She left you $5,000.
Me? She left me $5,000?
I remember. The policy she took out in high school. She never canceled it, even when you sent her away.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
Tell me, do you know who killed my daughter?
Well, the man that did the actual killing has already been executed in New York State. The man who hired him, it's only a suspicion. I'd rather not say.
Barron.
What about this check?
I don't think she wants the money. You can tell your company that.
Look, Mr. Carassa, I've come a long way. I'll leave it here. You can sign the form and mail it. Would you mind calling me a cab? Expense account item 9, 50 cents cab fare. Just as we pulled out of the driveway, somebody else pulled in. I don't know if he saw me, but I saw him. It was Pete Barron.
Are you sure, Donner?
Positive. Sheriff, I woke up looking at that face.
What would Barron be doing at Carassa's place?
Could be a connection you didn't know about.
Yeah, this could be the tie-up. We've been looking for somebody who supplied the dough. It's a big operation. I'm sure Barron didn't have enough dough to start it.
Well, what are we waiting for? I rode down with the sheriff. We bypassed the butler by taking him into custody. We heard voices coming from the library and stopped outside the door.
Business, I had to do it. She threatened to go to the police. She may have been your daughter, but she wasn't mine.
Now, why did you tell her?
I didn't. She found out.
She knew about us?
Sure, she knew about you. She knew about everything. She would have turned you and your wife in a long time ago if you hadn't been her parents, but she was willing to turn me in, and I did what I had to. Wasn't my idea, you coming into this thing, but now that you're in it, you gotta learn that things like this happen.
Yes, and things like this happen, too.
Come on. Drop it, Carassa. And look who's here. Hello, Mrs. Carassa. Let's go, Carassa.
No, wait. I want you to know about this woman. I want you to know what she is. All respectability and shine. Chamber music and non-objective paintings in high society. And where did the money come from, Henrietta? From narcotics. From the same people you hated so much.
Gregory, stop
I had a tile business before the war, but it wasn't good enough for her. She wanted this place, Italian marble, tapestries. She met Barron in back rooms and arranged to have me buy into his gambling casino. That was the first thing.
Don't you dare put the blame on me.
Whose idea was it to have the narcotics flown in? How many times did I beg you to stop? But you never listened to me. You couldn't keep from impressing the ladies and gentlemen. And when Pearl wanted to marry a decent young man, you insulted him right out of this house. This is the woman who sent her daughter away because her friends were not good enough.
I don't think you need me anymore, Sheriff. I'll just take that check and go home. Expense account, item 10, $200. Transportation back to Hartford. I don't know what you can do with the check. If it were up to me, well, I'd use it to clean up the respectable slums. But that's not my problem. Expense account total, $712.55. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and is written by Gil Dowd and David Ellis, with music composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Edmund O'Brien can currently be seen starring in the Harry M. Popkin United Artists production, D.O.A. Featured in our cast were Hy Averback, Joseph Kern, Bill Johnstone, Bill Conrad, Martha Wentworth, Sarah Selby, Howard McNair, and Virginia Gregg. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. Join us again next week at this same time when, from Hollywood, Edmund O'Brien returns in another transcribed adventure of...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
There is no more pitiful sound in the world than that of a hungry child. And it's a sound which can be easily heard in Europe and Israel, Korea, and the islands to the east. You can do much to help alleviate this condition through your continued purchases of care packages. Help banish the sound of hunger through your donations of care packages now. There's a man with a little black bag turns up on most of these CBS stations every Wednesday night. And out of it comes some of the most light-hearted and most moving stories on the air. The man, why, it's Dr. Christian, of course. And tomorrow night's the night for another of his famous visits. Be sure to hear Dr. Christian starring Gene Hirschholt as the beloved small-town physician every Wednesday night. Now stay tuned for the adventures of Philip Marlowe, which follow immediately over most of these same CBS stations. This is CBS, where Wednesday night is Bing Crosby night, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
I knew when I went to the desert that anyone who plays around with cactus is liable to get stuck. But I didn't remember that another way of saying death is going west.
This is another in the adventures of America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator, Johnny Dollar. At insurance investigation, Johnny Dollar is only an expert. At making out his expense account, he's an absolute genius.
Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Old Caledonia Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut. Attention, Oscar M. Wheaton, Chief Investment Counsel. The following is an accounting of my expenditures during my investigation of suspected skullduggery in the Skull Canyon mine. Or, Mr. Bones, who was that lady I seen you with last night? Or, messing with a mule train is one good way to kick off. Expense account, item 1. 25 cents. Tip to busboy who brought telephone to my table at the Blue Danube restaurant, Robertson Boulevard, Los Angeles, where I happen to be working on a case. Your call came right after the liver dumpling soup, taking me out of the soup plate and putting me in the soup.
Now, this is the story, Dollar. You make notes and don't interrupt. 2 years ago, this company made an investment in a bona fide working gold mine, the Skull Canyon Mine. That's just outside Twin Buttes, Arizona.
I see.
I said don't interrupt. That's just over the border from Nogales, Mexico. Now, up until 3 months ago, everything was fine. The profits shown by the mine were good, and then suddenly, our returns dropped 50%. However, operating expenses, man-hours, and so on remain the same, indicating there's been no fall-off in the removal of high SAR. Now, there's something wrong. We want you to go down there and find out what it is.
Expense account, item 2. $12.80. I decided that since you'd invited yourself to the table, dinner at the Blue Danube was on you. Oh, in case you're interested in what you didn't have, it was that liver dumpling soup, veal paprikash, cherry strudel, and a small coffee. Enjoyed with that case I was working on. An eccentric millionairess who wanted to marry me for her money. She had yes, yes in her eyes, but when I told her I had to say goodnight immediately, she said,
Oh, no.
Expense account, item 3. $120. Burns Lee Flying Service. Charter plane to Twin Buttes, where I checked into the Waterfield Hotel, called the mine, and told the girl who answered that I wanted transportation out there. She said she'd come after me. Having seen too many Western movies, I figured she'd arrive in a buckboard, but instead she picked me up in a Jeep. Hey, slow down, will you? Before my teeth start falling out.
Oh, sorry. I forgot you were tenderfoot.
That's not where I'm tender. By the way, Miss Moreland, how far is it out to the mine?
23 miles?
Oh, no. Is the road like this all the way?
Oh, no. About another half-mile out of town, there isn't any road at all.
Oh, if I ever live through this. From now on, I'm taking my bumps in a burlesque theater.
Much better than walking, mister. Say, you said you're out here representing the owners. What's your job?
Well, I'm an efficiency expert.
Oh.
Speaking of efficiency, what's your first name?
Jackie?
Oh, well, in that case, mine should be Gwendolyn. But it's not. It's Johnny.
Well, let's not bother shaking hands on it, pal. Here comes the end of the road.
The scenery was jumping around like a home movie. My teeth were trying to find out how much abuse my uppers would take from my lowers. I felt like I was gradually being hammered down from a tall, thin man into a short, round one. And there I was, caught without my rhinestone-studded motorcycle belt.
Well, here you are. Want me to help you out?
Oh, very funny. Go away. Get lost, you little monster. I'll admit I look like a bag of bones, but I'm too young to die. Go on, now beat it.
Oh, be a good dog now. Lie down, Nugget. Down.
Yeah, Nugget, drop dead. This the mine office?
This is it.
Well, Dollar, welcome to Skull Canyon. I'm Doyle, the manager out here.
I'd be happier to meet you if I met you in town.
Mr. Dollar's in a foul mood, Jeff. That ride was a little too much for him.
That ride would have been a little bit too much for Buffalo Bill.
Well,
That's how Jackie keeps that figure as trim as she does. Now, come on inside, Dollar. That's where the books are, and that's where the chairs are.
With cushions, I hope.
I'll see you guys.
Yeah, right.
Sit down.
Thanks. Oh.
Well, there you are. You'll find all the figures right in that big, fat book. All but Jackie's.
Well, I'm not in any hurry to do my arithmetic. Tell me, what do you think of the results around here? You know more about it than I do. How are things going?
Well, Dollar, I'll tell you, it was going better than it is right now. But just a few months back, we worked out a pay vein. I'm hoping we'll pick it up again any day now.
That sounds reasonable. Any trouble? Help, equipment, working conditions?
Well, working conditions could be a lot better, but that's a geographical problem. You see, the mine is located here, and the big water supply is 8 miles west. We haul the ore across the desert by mule train to the smelter. It's cheaper than trucks. We'd have to build a road for them. Not here, hay is cheaper than gasoline. You'd like to take a look at the mine?
Frankly, Mr. Doyle, I'd just as soon climb up a chimney. I hate dark, confined spaces. But since it's part of my job, I might as well get it over with. The entrance into the mine was through an adit, a horizontal shaft into the side of a hill. We rode in on the tail end of a small red dynamite car, drawn by a donkey, junior grade, a burro. It was cooler in there, but I started to sweat the minute we left sunlight and fresh air behind us. I could hear the jackhammers nibbling little gold earbobs out of the quartz rock for the Christmas tree. Then I heard them stop, and Doyle told me why.
Sounds like they're about ready to blast.
Oh, great.
So open your mouth and cover your eyes.
150 yards deeper into the earth, I was beginning to think that mankind is mighty hard to satisfy. The Lord gave us the world's whole surface. Then we had to go and invent gold mines and airplanes. And right then, I'd have settled for an airplane.
Oh, what's the matter, Dollar? You look a little green.
Oh, I feel a little green.
Well, look, take some deep breaths and hold them as long as you can.
Okay.
Yeah, there, that'll perk you up. Well, this is it. Right here is the only face we're working.
It doesn't help. So this is it, huh? Well, let's see the rest of it.
What? I told you, this is it. This is the only face we're working.
Okay, you guys. Keep it moving. Load that ore. Fill them up. Come on, bend your back.
Well, let's get out of here, Dollar.
Okay, Doyle. I've seen what I came to see. And I also figured I had heard what I came to hear. Dinner that night I had with Doyle and Jackie, and the steak they served gave me a rough idea of what they did with their old burros. Doyle's attitude gave me a rough idea that maybe he'd seen my eyes light up when I heard those jackhammers snorting away in some other part of the mine, just after he had told me that where we were standing was the only place being worked. After dinner, Doyle went back to the mine, leaving me alone with Jackie, which was better than dessert. By the way, Jackie, just what's your job out here?
Oh, I'm just sort of a secretary and bookkeeper and jeep driver.
Uh-huh. How'd you happen to land here in Skull Canyon?
Well, I took the job because I was going to marry the man who was the manager then, Doyle's old boss. I met him in college. He was a mining engineer. His name was Larry Hodges.
Oh, what happened?
I was left at the altar. When I got out here, he was gone. Guess he got stage fright and changed his mind. Anyway, nobody's heard from him since. Least of all me. Come on, I'll show you where you sleep.
It was a real romantic night. Old Nugget the dog was carrying on a long-distance conversation with his country cousins, the coyotes up in the hills. The air was soft and warm, and so was Jackie's arm. Stars hung low. And so did my spirits when she bid me goodnight after she introduced me to my roommate.
Hiya, Sonny.
An old mule skinner named Kangaroo.
Make yourself comfortable.
Oh, a fat chance.
Well, better than a sand bed and a saddle pillar.
Oh. Say, for a pine shack, this has a mighty fancy floor. What is it, mahogany?
Nope. Tobacco juice. Wait. Helps keep out the sidewinders.
What do you mean, helps?
Little snake critters crawl in out of the hot sun to get cool. Where are you from, Sonny?
Hartford, Connecticut.
Well, I'll be turned too. I don't reckon it shows through, but I'm a Easterner myself. Come out from New York State 53 years ago. Little town of Prattville. County seat it was.
That's pretty dull.
What'd you say?
Oh, nothing. Say, are you the one that handles the mules on the run out to the smelter?
I'm one of them.
Well, how's chances of hitching a ride with you in the morning?
You'll have to get up early.
All right, then. I'll get up early.
Well, then stop wasting your breath on a lot of dang fool words. Use some of it on the kerosene lamp. Quick! Night.
I lay awake, thinking about that jackhammer I'd heard working the supposedly inactive end of the Skull Canyon mine earlier that day. This didn't take too much pounding into my skull before I decided that Doyle was working on a vein for his own personal profit. I also knew that for him to convert the ore into gold, he had to get it to a smelter. So I figured that the mule skinner, Kangaroo, was the best place to start asking questions. It's funny how a sleepless night can sour the beauty of a desert sunrise. I don't believe.
Since that dang record come out, I had to rename all my mules. Big Gipper! Hiya! Yee-hoo! Dang fool song anyway. Now I'll get you feeling self-conscious just doing my everyday job. Say, see that big rock up ahead? Near the mouth of that little itty-bitty side canyon?
Yeah, I see it.
That's Halfway Rock. Means we're halfway to where we're going.
I'm sorry it isn't all the way, Rock. I wish we'd get there. The sun's getting awful hot.
Why, it ain't nothing, Sonny. Some days that old sun's got your tongue hanging out your fur. Gets a real nice tan.
How do you stand it? Hey, what's that stomach pump doing way out here?
Stomach pump? What in tarnation are you talking about?
That's a clever name for a light airplane. Hey, looks like he's getting ready to give us a buzz.
Hey, mules! Hey, you, Monroe! A steady blast you steady. Monroe! Doggone it, he's the loudest mouth ding-ding old mule I ever did hear.
Hey, here he comes.
Ho there, ho! Ho, steady.
First thing I learned was if you ever want to panic a team of mules, just buzz them with an airplane. The second thing I learned was that little canyon we were approaching was loaded with armed horsemen who came galloping out like they were trying to make history at Tan Foran. The gunman didn't do anything to me except hold me at bay, while the plane picked itself a landing and disgorged its one-man air force.
Buenos dias, amigos. You don't look happy to see me. Maybe my friends scared you with their guns, eh? Hey, old man, who is this new boy who ride with you today?
His name's Dollar.
Right now, I wish it was Hopalong Cassidy.
Well, let me introduce myself. They call me El Puerco. That's because I look like a pig. But maybe it is because I'm so greedy, too. I want what you got with you.
Why, Galdern, your miserable sunbaits hide.
Now, take it easy, old-timer. It's okay. All I've got on me is a wristwatch and a few bucks. Let them have them. And besides, what's he going to do with a wagon load of unrefined gold ore?
You talk like a little boy. I know what you have with you, and I know where it is. It's under the seat. Little white bags. $30,000 of pure gold.
In just a moment, we will return to the second act of Johnny Dollar. But first, hardly a clue to start on, and the witnesses' stories at hopeless variance. That was the job that the Birmingham, Alabama police faced in the murder called the Case of the Hue and Cry. Later tonight on Gangbusters, Birmingham's own police chief comes to CBS to tell you how they tracked down the apparently unmotivated murder. Be sure to hear this true-to-life police story, reenacted on Gangbusters. Gangbusters and the Adventures of Philip Marlowe are regular Saturday night features on most of these same CBS stations. Now, with our star, Charles Russell, we return to the second act of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar.
So there I was, Johnny Dollar, efficiency expert. I'd efficiently gotten myself in trouble. I was efficiently letting El Puerco walk off with a large part of your gold, and stood a good chance of efficiently getting myself shot in the belly.
There we are, amigos. I feel better now the gold is in my little aeroplane. I hope you're not mad with me. You know, I need the money to pay my taxes.
Okay, you got what you wanted. Why don't you take off and get out of here?
That ding-dang rascal, he's probably figured on shooting us.
Oh, no, old man. I'm a very scientific bandido. You think I want to shoot you and get killed myself for murder? Oh, no. I let your mules do the dirty work. Hey, Manuel, Pedro, Juanito, here, adelante. Take this man and tie them up. Tie them to the stake back to back. And the rest of you tie up the mules in a circle around them, in nice and close. Then I will get in my little aeroplane and dive on the mules. And the mules will kick their heads off.
Pitching horseshoes may be fun, but not when they're being pitched at your head by a mule. Once we were tied back to back on the stake, the nearest available technical advisor, Kangaroo, was anything but encouraging.
That's the trouble with a gold-darned mule. When they get riled up, they think with their feet. Here he comes. Ho, you mule, ho. There. I guess we showed him.
Yeah.
I ain't scunned mules 40 years for nothing. I can handle them.
Oh, nice going, Kangaroo.
Now, listen, Sonny, I got my idea.
Yeah, what is it?
Well, go something like this.
Hey!
Oh!
Just as the idea, whatever it was, hit Kangaroo, a hoof from one of the mules scored a ringer around my cranium. Ah, the stars looked beautiful. They came out in the shape of a horseshoe. And as I slipped into that familiar Betty Bye for private eyes, the world of hit-on-the-head darkness, I could hear Kangaroo's advice, too little and too late.
There, you see? You can never trust a mule. Never trust a mule. Never trust a mule.
A long time later, the curtains of my eyelids went up on the next act. But something was wrong. The stage was still dark. The stars were still there, but not in a horseshoe pattern. I closed my eyes and dreamed some more. I was lying near an oasis in the Sahara Desert, and a beautiful maiden was bending over me, kissing me. She was breathing hard, and she could have used some sense then. Huh? What? Nugget, get away from me, you mangy cur!
Nugget, get away from him. Oh, Johnny, you frightened
Huh?
her.
What? Jackie. Oh, what are you doing out here?
Well, take it easy, pal. It's a darn good thing I am out here. You getting yourself kicked in the head.
Let's just say the wrong end of a horse got mixed up with the wrong end of a mule. Hey, where's Kangaroo? Where are the mules? What's going on?
Johnny, relax. Kangaroo and the mules are on their way back to the mine.
Oh, where's Pancho Tortilla?
Who?
There was a Mexican bandit out here. The greatest piece of typecasting since the Gutenberg Bible.
Oh, El Puerco.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kangaroo told me about him. Come on now. Try to get up. Come on.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, what happened to you? Your clothes are all torn.
Yeah. This is Mr. Doyle's idea of a proposal of marriage. We were supposed to fly off together to South America tonight. Been planning it for a long time.
Well, what made you change your mind?
Oh, you know how it is. Best laid plans of mice and men.
Oh, yeah. You're talking to an expert. If everything went all right for me, where would I be next week? Same time, same station. But what's your angle?
I told you before. I came out to Skull Canyon to marry a man. I've reason to believe that Doyle did away with him to get his job so he could milk the mine. Well, I stayed on and acted just interested enough in Doyle to get him nice and relaxed, hoping he'd spill something. Well, so far all it's been is bragging up life in South America with him.
Oh.
Now, I hope you can help me. And I know I can help you.
How?
Well, Doyle set up a refining layout right in the mine. When the gold he's been stealing comes out, it's pure gold.
Aha. Then somebody in the mine must have tipped off El Puerco.
Mm-hmm, Doyle did.
Oh.
He and El Puerco are working together. El Puerco's job was to get the gold across the border and you out of the way.
I see. Well, listen, you ever been in the mine? I mean, could you show me the way the refining layout?
Oh, no. Doyle's never let me inside.
Well, how about the charts of the mine?
They're in the safe. I've got the combination. If we can just get in without Doyle seeing me, I can get him.
Now, leave that to me. Come on, let's get going. Wait a minute. How do we get back?
Well, I came out in the Jeep.
Oh, my aching head. This is close enough, Star Eyes. We better pull up right here.
All right. Nugget, quiet.
Say, the wedding may be off, but it sounds like the reception is still on.
No, that's the regular Saturday night square dance.
Oh. Well, look, from here, which way is the office? I'm lost.
It's right over here.
Oh.
Come on, I'll show you. You were in it yesterday.
When we rounded the corner of the office building, my heart was doing a dozy-do. The door of the safe was open, and so was the mouth of the fellow in front of us. But he wasn't saying anything. He was lying on the floor, dead. El Puerco, the pig. Oh, what a spot for a big red apple.
Johnny, he's dead. He must have come back for something. Kangaroo must have caught up with him.
Whoever caught up with him, but good. Come on, let's go take a look for Kangaroo.
Wait.
Yeah.
Careful, darling. Door may be in there.
Boy, tight spots really give that word darling a good workout, don't they? Okay, darling. Wait out here. I'll be careful. Say, partner, you seen Kangaroo around here?
Kangaroo?
Yeah.
Well, sure. Kangaroo came in here looking for Doyle.
Well, did he find him?
Well, don't know. Doyle went over to the mine.
Is that where Kangaroo went?
Well, if I was looking for Doyle, that's where I'd go.
Thank you, Bottleneck. I don't know why I was in such a hurry heading straight into trouble. But the trouble started popping before we got to it.
Oh, poor Kangaroo.
Jackie was only guessing, but I could only hope she wasn't guessing right.
Johnny.
Hmm?
Johnny, I thought I saw something flashing just inside.
Probably somebody's last spark of life. Now, take it easy. You stay right here. I'll move in from the side of the entrance.
No, I don't... All right. Be careful.
Oh, he sure got you good, partner. Okay, Jackie, you can relax. The right man got it, your playman. Mr. Doyle.
Oh, Johnny, it's awful. What a relief.
Hey, Kangaroo, you can come on now. Everything's all right. It's us, Jackie and Dollar.
Anyway, don't make a move or You sit down.
Hey, what the...
Harry! Stay where you are.
Larry, you mean the guy you thought was dead? The guy you were supposed to marry?
Yes. Oh, Larry. Larry died.
I'll kill you.
No. Oh, Larry. Larry, what's happened to you?
I'll kill you. All right.
Come on, kid. It wasn't worth waiting for anyway. Oh, well, Kangaroo, I'm glad your first interest was feeding your mules so that you didn't get mixed up in all that shooting.
Yep. Poor. Well, I'll tell you. When three bad eggs like Hodges and Doyle and El Puerco get together double-crossing each other, they all gotta wind up in the omelet. Dead. Sure feels good to get your boots off. That Larry feller thought he was pretty smart, holding up in that mine with his own private smelter, using Doyle for a front. The only thing was he didn't figure on Doyle falling in love with his woman.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
Say, for a young fella, you sure talk a lot. How about using some of that breath you're wasting on that kerosene lamp, huh? Quick! Right.
Expense account, item 4, $6.10. 1 quart snake bite medicine, 32 ounces of prevention in case a snake should bite me. Item 5, $3.40, with which I purchased the nicest gift I could think of for a gal in Jackie Moreland's position. A telegram to you, requesting that you give her a job she very much deserved, the managership of the Skull Canyon mine. You see, when she first found out that man she was going to marry didn't love her, she took out her affection on the territory, which makes me very sorry that I wasn't born in the state of Arizona. Expense account, item 6, $164.35. Transportation, Twin Buttes to Hartford. Expense account total, $947.99, which makes just about as much sense as you can make without making it a dollar. Signed, yours, no charge for that double talk, truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Gordon T. Hughes and stars Charles Russell. Script by Paul Dudley and Gil Dowd. Featured in the cast were Doris Singleton, John Daner, Willard Waterman, Fred Howard, and Don Diamond. The special music is written and conducted by Leith Stevens. Your announcer is Paul Masterson. Be sure to be with us at this same time next week when another unusual expense account is handed in by
yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Music Popular and Music Western are on the bill for CBS listeners again tonight. Vaughn Monroe and his band will present the 5 top tunes of the week, plus Army and Navy marching songs, Anchors Away, On, Brave Old Army Team, and many others. Gene Autry follows right on the heels of Vaughn's Caravan with favorites straight from the land of sagebrush and 6 guns. For an hour of wonderful music, hear Vaughn Monroe's Caravan and the Gene Autry Show tonight and every Saturday on most of these same CBS stations. Stay tuned now for Vaughn Monroe's Caravan, which follows immediately on most of these stations. This is CBS, where yours truly, Johnny Dollar, meets adventure every Saturday night, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Edmund O'Brien as
Johnny Dollar.
This is Doug Strand over at Bay State Bonding and Liability. I've got a big bonding case for you up in Boston.
Well, I just started to work on a case here in Hartford, also bonded. But okay, what's the picture?
Huh? How'd you know it was a picture?
How did I know what was a picture?
The one I'm calling about, an oil painting. Insured for $250,000. It's just been stolen.
Edmund O'Brien in another transcribed adventure of the man with the action-packed expense account. America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to Bay State Bonding and Liability Company, Hartford, Connecticut. The following is an accounting of my expenditures during investigation of a missing masterpiece. An investigation that took place in Boston, but turned out to be no tea party. Expense account, item 1, $8, mileage, Hartford to Beantown on the Charles. First stop, the Modern Art Gallery, a modest made-over brownstone in a modest business neighborhood.
Good afternoon.
Oh, hello. Is Mr. Andrew Modern here?
He stepped out of the office for a few moments, but perhaps I could help. I'm his daughter.
Oh, I see. My name is Dollar. I'm from the insurance company. They sent me up to see what I could do for you on last night's set.
Oh, that's such good news. Father has been beside himself. I know he'll be so relieved with you here.
Now, let's see. According to my worksheet, the painting was owned by a Mr. Rideau, huh? Caesar Rideau?
Yes, he's an acquaintance of ours. He's not what you'd call the arty type by any means, but he's interested in good oils, and he has a very nice collection of masters.
Was this village scene on loan to the gallery, or did Mr. Rideau want to sell it?
It was a loan. And that's what makes it so terrible for Father, and for me, too. He didn't want to accept the loan, and I talked him into it. You see, it's been very difficult for Father, and I thought that hanging an important picture in the gallery would bring people in. And it did for 3 days, but... Oh, Father, this is Mr. Dollar.
Yeah?
He's here to help us. He was sent by the company that insured village scene.
Ah, bless you, bless you. I am so happy you are here.
I hope I can help, Mr. Modern.
The police, I know they do their work well, but they are so stern, unfriendly. To them, who is Pieter Bruegel the elder? And village scene, what is that? A stolen broom would annoy them so much.
Don't let their attitude fool you, Mr. Modern.
I'm sure they're doing everything they can, Father.
Yeah.
Mr. Modern, I understand that nothing else was touched.
Yeah, what is anything next to Pieter Bruegel?
It was the only master in the gallery then, huh? I'd like to see where it was hanging.
Yeah, of course. This door. Teresa, you will wait?
Yes, dear, I'll be here.
Wait, Mr. Dollar. I feel I must explain the importance to me personally. Is that all right?
Sure, if you think it'll help, go right ahead.
Mr. Dollar, if we do not find the canvas, my gallery is gone. Everything, all my years are for nothing.
Why do you say that?
Because of that man, Rito. There is a hate between us. We have not expressed it, but it is there because, well, you have met my daughter. You realize her great beauty. I have tried to protect her from this man. Now I am on my knees to him because of my carelessness.
Well, I wouldn't give up if I were you. We haven't even started on this case yet.
If we fail, I will take her away from Boston, start all over again. You come this way. In this gallery, you see my life, Mr. Dollar. Many of these canvases I bring with me from Salzburg when I leave, before the Anschluss. Here under that light, is where a village scene was hanging. I have hung nothing more yet.
Mm-hmm. Forced this window, huh?
Yeah. You see, it looks on the back of the property. Do you see something?
No. No, I was just wondering what I'd do with the picture if I'd stolen it. Who could I sell it to? Who'll be willing to take a chance on displaying it?
Oh, I'm afraid there are a great many unscrupulous collectors in the world. There's much trade in stolen goods. And again, sometimes great masterpieces are held for ransom. For that reason, I have offered a reward of $5,000 myself.
Hey, that's pretty steep for you, isn't it? What about Rito?
Rito? What cares Rito? To him, the canvas is nothing.
I wish he was right. Well, I think I've seen everything I want to see here. I'm going to check in with the police, Mr. Modan. I'll let you know when we turn something up.
What is it?
I'd like to talk with whoever's working on the Modan burglary, officer. Here's my ID.
Insurance, huh? What'd you say the beef was?
Maudan, Andrian Modan. Stolen painting. Call came in this morning.
Modan. Oh, yeah, here it is. That'd be... Hey. Estimated value $250,000.
Yeah.
A picture?
Yeah. And I'll bet you the artist was lucky if he got a month's rent out of it. The price has gone up $100,000 every century he's been dead.
Oh, one of them old-timers. You can have him. I don't understand him. Your man is Sergeant Hines, through that door, first office to the left. I'll buzz him. You're on the way.
Thanks.
Yeah, come on in. How are you, Dollar? So you came up on the Modan thing, huh?
Yeah, that's right. I wanted to check in with you, find out how much I can do before you pull your rank.
Ah, cut it out.
I run into some touchy policemen.
Not here. Well, I get my hat off that chair. Sit down.
Thanks.
You get a free hand as far as I'm concerned, Dollar. Been out to see the old man yet, Modan?
Yeah. Say, what kind of a make did you get at the gallery?
Nothing special. Typical window job. Heavy crowbar, no signs worth anything outside. The old boy ran a story in the papers about the picture coming to his gallery, so it's a little tough to narrow the suspects.
This guy who owns it, Cesar Rito, I've heard of him, haven't I?
Yeah, a lot of people have. He made his pile during the war. There was talk of black market, but nobody could pin anything on him. Then last year he was up before the Senate Investigation Committee. Something about buying contracts. Then he came home. What are you looking for, Dollar? Fraud charges?
Well, let's be realistic. They may be easier to find than the painting. I've worked a few of these things. You know, the usual method is to gut the canvas out of the frame with a razor blade while it's still hanging. Rolled up, it's easy to conceal. On this job, it went frame and all, didn't it?
That's what I got. But I'm thinking the other way. I got details out looking for that frame.
I can dream, can I? It's faster my way. And I got tickets for South Pacific for 3 weeks after Easter. I did some spade work on Cesar Rito that afternoon before I went to his address. His current position was that of wholesale liquor distributor for a number of distillers that managed to keep their prices high and their quality low. His financial condition was healthy, but you don't have to be broke to be able to use $250,000. I found Rito's residence halfway up the shady side of Beacon Hill. He hadn't made the top, but he was climbing. There was a coat of arms on the wrought iron gate and a butler, complete with cummerbund, inside the front entrance. But the class stopped there.
Charles, that's that clown from the dress shop. Give him to me. When I get through with him, you can shovel him out.
It's a gentleman to see Mr. Rito, madam.
Oh. Go finish the silver. I'll talk to him.
Yes, madam.
Hello, my name is Dollar.
That's very clever, but it doesn't help. Could you be the sick friend he's been sitting up with lately?
The insurance company told him I was coming up when he reported the theft of his painting.
Ah, Rito's folly, huh?
You Mrs. Rito?
Not yet. I'm holding out to be a June bride. Come on in the bar, Mr. Dollar. You and me are interested in the same situation. My name is Lily Swanson. I don't know anything about art, but I got a few ideas about who's supposed to be modeling as a sap. You want a drink?
No, thanks. Don't let me stop you.
I had one here somewhere. Oh, here it is.
Well, did you meet the museum piece?
You mean Teresa Modern? Yeah, I met her.
If you want to make a quick buck, take out a policy on her life. To me, she's poison.
Oh, that's hard to believe.
What do you mean by that?
I was just looking at you. You don't have anything to worry about.
Haven't you heard sometimes beauty is only skin deep? I want to tell you about Caesar Rideau. He's a climber. I've been good enough for him for a long time, but now he wants refinement. Doing specialties in burlesque houses, that's one thing you don't develop.
Maybe I'd better have that drink.
Yeah, help yourself. Don't get me wrong. I'm not building up to a sob story. It's just like him waking up one morning with a big interest in art and money enough to carry it off. The right people were impressed. Now he wants that dame and he's willing to gamble a few $100,000 if it'll help. That's why he put that picture in that fire trap.
Where do you think it is now?
How should I know? The point is he doesn't care where it is. He's protected.
Another point is that I'm getting paid to care a lot where it is.
Well, I can't help you there. But he's got to be taught that he can't walk over people without getting hurt himself.
I'm afraid I can't help you there.
Then that dame, Teresa. If you think she's worth it, tell her. He's not good enough for her. She'll get hurt. He's got no more feeling for her than he has for a new suit. He'll wear her for a while. When he gets bored, he'll go shopping for a new pattern. If she's a nice kid, she ought to be told.
That's quite a pitch, Lily.
Caesar.
I don't mind strangers hearing things like that, but the servants might have been listening. Discipline, you know.
I don't care. Wait till I write my memoirs. You're one of the rottenest mashers I've ever known, and I've known a few.
Go fix your face.
Sure. On the way, I might as well fix yours.
I didn't hear enough of it to find out who you are.
Name's Dollar, insurance company.
Oh, yeah. Tell me, you made any progress?
Yeah, general progress. I've learned that Bay State Bonding and Liability hired an investigator on the wrong end of this case. They should have looked you over before they issued the policy.
With any kind of big company, you can depend on about 90% of that all the time. Rush things when the money's coming in, then be careful when it's too late. Tell me, what about my picture?
Well, I don't think a nice, honest thief has it.
Why do you say that?
Number of reasons. It's too hot to steal the way it was stolen.
Well, what do you think happened?
You're too big to be accused on a hunch. Wait till I get some facts. Then I'll talk to you about it. Right now, I want to talk about a clause in your policy that says you shouldn't move the insured property without first notifying the company.
Yeah, that's right. Big companies again. They're so tied up with procedures and rules, they'd get themselves hamstrung if they tried to build a case on them. I'll find you some words in that thing that'll nullify that clause. Tell me, you think I can't?
I was afraid you'd say that. You know, you've got a good head, Mr. Rideau.
Yeah. Saying nothing of being a rotten masher.
I don't see any reason to waste any more of each other's time, do you?
You stay for a drink?
Oh, no. No, thanks. I very seldom drink on the job. I parked my car in an alley around the corner and then went back. I found a spot opposite the Rideau place where I wouldn't be obvious and settled down to wait for him to leave. I hoped I'd planted enough doubt in his mind to make him move if he was implicated. Whatever I'd planted grew slowly because I waited a long, cold time. Night fell and I drove closer to the house. Finally, the door opened and Rideau moved a blue-black sedan out of his garage. By the time I got my car started, a coupe pulled out of the driveway. In it, I spotted the blonde head of the lady scorned, Lily Swanson. I followed her. After a few blocks, it was evident that her destination was the Modern Gallery. I pulled up at the rear of the building. I could see a dim light burning on the ground floor. I started toward a window. But before I got to it, it happened at another one. It was a woman's scream. But when I finally got inside, the only person there was Caesar Rideau. He was still alive, the stupidity of shock on his face as he leaned against the wall under a light that had once shown up the best features of Pieta Bruegel's village scene.
In just a moment, we will return to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. But first, Wednesday nights on CBS bring you Groucho Marx, Bing Crosby, and Burns and Allen. An hour and a half of radio's top entertainment for the whole family. Bing Crosby, Burns and Allen, and Groucho Marx are heard on most of these same CBS stations. So make this wonderful Wednesday a steady date with CBS. And now, with our star, Edmund O'Brien, we return to the second act of yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
So there I was. I'd been sent to Boston to find the missing village scene and found myself at the scene of attempted murder. Caesar Rideau had taken 2 slugs, one in his left shoulder and a grazing one on his right forearm. I phoned for police and ambulance, then did what I could to make Rideau comfortable. I turned up the thermostat, covered him with my coat.
Who did it, Dollar?
That's the question I was going to ask you. Don't you know?
Must have been outside.
That's right. Through the open window there. Why'd you come down here?
I forgot my hat.
Look, you're in no shape to try being clever. You met Teresa.
Let me alone.
I want to know how your stolen painting figures into this.
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I met Teresa. This is where we meet.
What about the painting?
It was stolen. I don't feel good, Dollar. I don't feel good at all. I don't want to talk. I feel like I'm going to pass out.
And he did. After the ambulance took him away, I made a statement to the police that was not false, but lacked enough truth to save a few people from being dragged in for questioning. I headed for the blonde member of that group.
Oh, it's you. What do you want?
Just a few words.
I used up all I had earlier today.
Yeah, but we got new things to talk about
Such
now.
as?
Well, the police might want more from me on that art gallery shooting.
All right. Is he dead?
No.
Did you know I was there, or were you just guessing?
I wasn't guessing. I followed you from here.
Oh, I suppose that earns you a drink. Come on.
Thanks.
Up yourself. You said the police were there.
Yeah, I had to call them. I didn't mention your being there.
Why not?
Because I wanted to get to you before they hold you in.
I didn't shoot him. I followed him there, but I didn't shoot him.
Somebody did. There were 2 women there and me, and I didn't do it. Why did you follow him?
Because I heard him phone that Teresa and tell her to meet him. I wanted to find out what was going on, but I didn't. I changed my mind. I didn't even stop. I was afraid I might do something crazy if I saw them together.
I'd like to believe you.
It's the truth.
Maybe. I hope it is, because I'd like to link the shooting up with the painting. If I can't, you're going to be in bad trouble.
You're pretty smart, aren't you?
Things just worked out this way.
You think Caesar did something with that painting for the insurance money, and you want me to help you prove it to save my own skin?
No, gorgeous, no. To save the company, $250,000.
You'll never die of softening of the heart, will you? All right, what comes first?
I want to hear everything you know about this deal. And while you're telling me, I want you to help me go through this house from cupola to basement. This time I believed her story, but there still wasn't anything in it to help me. The search of the house paid off the same way. No painting, no leads, nothing. At 11 p.m. I left, looked up the Modan home address, and bearded the other point of the triangle in her den.
It's terribly late, Mr. Dollar. It's after 11.
Your father here?
He's upstairs in his studio. Wouldn't tomorrow morning be better?
Maybe for you, but not for me. I don't want to give you all that time to get your story straight.
Story straight?
Why'd you meet Rideau at the gallery tonight?
Don't say that's any of your affair. A girl has a right to meet her fiancé when and where she wishes.
Fiancé?
Yes. They're to be married as soon as possible.
You were with him when he was shot. Why did you leave him?
Because I was terrified. Caesar told me to go. He thought she was trying to kill me.
Did he say it was Lily, or is this your idea?
Of course it was she. Who else would it be? Mr. Dollar, this situation is unpleasant enough without these insinuations from you that I don't even understand. It means nothing to you. It is a matter for the police. You have no right to meddle in our lives. You were sent here to look for village scene.
That's what I'm doing. Why are you marrying that self-styled dictator?
Because I love him.
Well, that won't stay down. Nobody but Caesar Rideau could love Caesar Rideau.
Right. It's because I'm tired of being a poor man's daughter. I want to get away. I finally decided what I want out of marriage. What he can give me. He's going to be a big man, a wealthy one. And I'm going to be his wife.
Teresa.
I'm sorry you heard that, Mr. Modern.
Oh, Teresa.
Stay out of this, Father. I've made up my mind. Go to bed.
Go to bed with those words in my ear. My daughter, what has happened? What has that man done to you?
Be quiet, Father.
Teresa, wait. We will not be poor always.
Go. Don't talk to me.
How can this be? Suddenly, she is no longer Teresa.
I didn't sleep too well that night. An all-night car line that ran past my hotel didn't help. Neither did the questions that were running around in my head. But what grew in importance was the realization that the lives of everyone who had come in contact with the village scene had been emotionally upset since I'd arrived in Boston. That is, all but Caesar Rideau, who'd only been shot. My half-conscious musings didn't move me forward any, but the phone call that awakened me did. Yeah, hello.
Dollar?
Yeah, who is it?
Sergeant Hines, burglary.
Oh, how are you, Sergeant? What's new?
That fraud case you were dreaming about, it won't work.
Hey, come on. It's too early for that kind of stuff.
Sorry. Couldn't resist it. The picture's been returned.
What?
The old man Mordan didn't know where to reach you. He called us. It was returned for the reward he posted.
Have you seen it?
No, but if he's not worried, I'm not. I've got a lot of other burglaries.
Okay. Thanks for calling. I'll go right out there. It sounded good until I got halfway to the gallery. Then things began to pester me. A, the painting had been stolen in the frame. B, Mordan hadn't mentioned being an artist, yet he'd been working in his studio the night before. C, Caesar Rideau knew nothing about art, collected as an affectation. And D, Mordan had been the only one to post a reward, $5,000, offered by a poor man. Then it hit me. He knew he wouldn't have to pay it. He'd posted the reward to divert suspicion. My hunch was that he had put the picture on ice himself. When I got to Mordan's gallery, the copy Mordan had made of Village Scene was there. But also, hanging next to it, was the original.
You are surprised, Mr. Dollar.
Yeah, doubly, Mr. Mordan.
My copy is quite excellent. Do you agree?
Well, I'm not an expert, Mordan.
It is very good, I think. I am pleased with it. The most important work of my career. A work of love for Teresa.
Yeah, I understand.
She was an ambitious girl, always. Well, that is not a fault. She is like her mother, born for good things. I could not give them to her. Caesar Rideau could. He's soon coming for his canvas.
Well, no crime has been committed, except theoretically. You copied the original, meant to sell it, but you didn't. Maybe Rideau won't press charges.
Perhaps not. When he came the first time into our life, I knew. The way he looked at her, I knew he wanted to take her away from me. Then the gifts, more expensive, each one money to buy. You should understand, Mr. Dollar. This copy is a work of hate, too.
You don't have to tell me these things. Why don't we wait till he gets here and see what he's going to do?
Yeah, we wait. But I must say these things that are in my heart. To attempt a copy was wrong, and it was not wrong. To little Bruegel's village scene was nothing. He was blind. I hoped with the money I could hold Teresa. But I waited too long. I was too late. He's taken her from me with his money.
Come on, Miss Mordan. I think you'd better sit down.
No, listen. Listen, here he has come. I must be strong. Show him he is no bigger than I am.
Hello, Mordan. Dollar.
Well.
Except for a little blood, everything turned out just like it should.
The insurance company will be happy.
Where is my daughter?
Why, she's in the car. She thought it would be better if she didn't come in.
Yeah, perhaps she is right.
Oh, come on, Pop. I'll take good care of her. Now, come on, you just give me my picture and we can forget. Hey, wait a minute. What's this? There's two of them.
Yeah, two of them.
What's the matter with you, Modan?
What is the matter? In all my life, there has been no shame until now. There, you see on the wall. Deceit. For that, I am ashamed.
We can still forget it.
And in your car, waiting for you, my daughter. For her, I feel the greatest shame. I give her my blessings.
Modan.
Hey, no!
My blessings.
No!
Drop the gun to the floor. Go over to that chair and sit down.
I could do nothing else. Now, it is finished.
Mr. Dollar.
Your father killed him. He thought he was doing it for you.
No, there was no reason.
Teresa, come on. Come on, pull yourself together.
Caesar knew my father had made a copy and that he was going to sell the original. But he didn't care. As long as I married him, he wouldn't have done anything to Father. And now Caesar's dead. My father is a murderer.
There wasn't much left for me to do in Boston. I made the statement that caused Andre Modan to be booked for murder, a father who didn't know when to stop protecting his daughter. I paid a farewell visit to Teresa, the daughter who had put her father where he was by trying to help him. And I mentioned to Sergeant Hines that if he cared, it had to be Lily Swanson who had thrown those wild shots into Rideau at the gallery. Expense account item 2, $8. Return trip to Hartford. Expense account total, $68.30. And I want to go on record right now as saying that the next time anybody sends me out after a masterpiece, my expense account is going to be a masterpiece of overstatement. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, stars Edmund O'Brien in the title role and was written by Gil Dowd and Paul Dudley, with music composed and conducted by Leith Stevens. Edmund O'Brien can currently be seen starring in the Harry M. Popkin United Artists production, D.O.A. Featured in our cast were Charles McGraw, Walter Burke, Lillian Baeff, Robert Griffin, James Nusser, Joan Banks, and Tyler McVeigh. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is produced and directed by Jaime Del Valle. Join us again next week when, from Hollywood, Edmund O'Brien returns in another transcribed adventure of...
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
There's a man with a little black bag turns up on most of these CBS stations every Wednesday night. And out of it comes some of the most light-hearted and most moving stories on the air. The man? Why, it's Dr. Christian, of course. And tomorrow night's the night for another of his famous visits. Be sure to hear Dr. Christian starring Gene Hirschholt as the beloved small-town physician every Wednesday night. Now stay tuned for the adventures of Philip Marlowe, which follows immediately on most of these same CBS stations. This is CBS, where Wednesday night is Bing Crosby night, the Columbia Broadcasting System.